Spring breathes new life into the land. While autumn nurtures our kindred spirits. The tenderness of spring shelters every living thing. The abundance of autumn nurtures our bonds. Let life be beautiful, like eternal spring. Let friendship be bountiful as autumn's harvest.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.
By spring's light.
In the name of autumn.
Hidden blossoms.
Fruits of our labor.
Both the teams are waiting up, and we'll be soon diving into the land of dawn as well. I'm pretty sure we are going to see a bit of regular bans as well. Talking about the bans, I feel like there might not be a Zushin today. Even though it's best of one, it's just one hero that I always put on the ban section.
I mean, when it's a solution onto the opponent, I don't even want to play because those stuns, those pick up, and just throwing away you everywhere on the map, that is a bit annoying.
True. It is a bit annoying though, because this meta has shaped into a bit of a fighter meta, and how these players wants to go forward for a bit lot of fighters though. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into the
Oh,
land of dawn. Here we are now into the mid lane though. I feel like we are going to see the first blood, but looks like Farsa out of the way.
we just went directly into the match without anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're welcoming you back again into the land of dawn. It is going to be Genesis and Team Mighty Minions. Right now, there was a big clash at the middle lane, and Carmela was looking quite low, but into the top lane, Yuzong will be looking out for the Farsa. And yes, the first blood has been drawn. Farsa falls in the hands of... How do you pronounce the name?
Oh, Farsa, a good bacon.
No, the Yuzong.
Oh, the use of. Okay, wait a minute. It is. It is.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure though. Money cutie?
Team hero has
M40?
been slain.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyways,
not sure.
moving on to the bot lane, Epstein falls as his files got linked out, but once again into the top lane, Sora will be looking out for Money QT. He's quite alone, Yuzong, level 4.
Oh. Well, I mean, his passive might be able to
Okay.
be there. Yep, he goes in. That is the bacon who falls down, but he's looking quite low though. Carmela, unable to do anything, goes for a passe as of now. And that is it for this team fight. Now, I love how onto the red side they are coming up with a bit of, help for their own team members.
Yeah, definitely, and they're looking out for more. The turtle is up, and Team Red is up for the grabs. Genesis securing the turtle ground. Hylos is watching out there, and Brethren, what is he doing in the bush? Okay, I guess it worked out somehow. Farsa escaped quite low. Spark last infinity gets popped out, but it will be no one who falls down at the back line. Pass 9.
Red team has slain the turtle.
It will be Sainian who takes up the turtle. Look at him, he's trying to go in for the Xbox. Thus gets the Xbox now onto the other hand. It is the carry who is also farming up now. That is also going to be a bit of a problem. You have, a carry who's farming up. That's definitely not good. And on top of that, it is going to be the Fredrin who is also farming up. So that is definitely a lot of tankiness on one side.
Definitely, we know the names of Mighty Minions, but this time Genesis are ruling them out. Though the score is 3-3, they are looking quite strong because Yuzong is currently 2-0-1, which is going to affect a lot into the late game phase as well. And early game Yuzong, when it starts to strike into the top lane, Sora looking quite low, will be taken down once again. 3 kills for Money QT. He's playing that Yuzong the way it has to be played.
Let's see. On the same note, they have deployed a YSS onto the goal lane. This is, quite a show that we have seen into the upper, the higher levels of team into the mythic leaderboards doing it. But this time around, they also done it the same. So definitely they are learning from the teams here. So that is definitely crazy. But on the other hand, I feel like there is a fight that's going to brew up into the bottom lane. Both the teams are getting ready for it, and that crab getting stolen. Oh, it's definitely good enough. But wait a minute. Oh, look at that. The connection was so crazy, but it just surpassed how Sora was out of place.
Yes, sir. One more kill for the Yuzong. He is quite really outshining in this match, but into the bottom lane, YSS is looking kind of disturbed by the 3 members of Genesis, but they will decide to back off for now. Then the turtle will be off for the grabs in 3 seconds. Who do you think will have the upper hand in this? Like I can see clearly that it's going to be Genesis, but then again there is a chance. But I don't think Mighty Minions will committing
Red
it.
team has slain the turtle.
Let's see if they do or not. There is a bit of a tension on around the purple buff. As of now, they do wanna go in for a gank, but at the same time, it is Firagar, where it is an Xbox who can tank up a bit, but it gets stolen away. That is quite sad enough, but at the same time, there's a bit of a map still open onto the bottom lane, and I feel like that's gonna be the case now.
I mean, it's not even a bit. It's totally open for Team Genesis to carry out on the bottom end. Bottom of the top lane, Sora trying to fight it out with Fedrin. Fedrin looking quite low, will be taken down. Yuzong onto the skies. The stun comes right in, the Petrify. Two of the members of Team Mighty Minions fall down. Farsa will be the next. No, she will escape with the
Blue team
third
hero
place.
has been slain.
In the bottom lane, Export got taken out as well.
Interesting. Look at them. They are playing it quite a bit safe, but at the same time, both of the sides are really much more dependent onto the late game. Now, I do want to see how they will be trying to go in for that, but mid lane, I don't think they could do anything as of now. The turret might fall down, but there's a bit of a protection from the Carmilla.
The protection is always important. And we are going to be looking at Farsa's the Goon Bacon. She's using a feather airstrike completely right on point every time. So Team Genesis, they need to watch out for that. And she hasn't, once the Farsa gets that enough amount of farm, she's going to melt out everyone. Even if it's the veteran.
Agreed. Melting down is definitely not a good thing, but let's see how they will be trying to avoid. As of now, onto the blue side, they are trying to get the farm up as quickly as possible. They are still a bit behind in a few thousands.
Okay.
I don't think that's affecting them much, but at the same time, they are losing out into the team fights because of gold being less. That is coming up very evident as of now. But map is getting opened up though. Wait a minute, Turtle though. This is gonna be the last turtle so far. Who is gonna be the one? But okay, Yuzong will be melted down. That this is a moment for the blue side to jump in because they can do it. Flickering out of the way, it is Sora, but Fredrin jumps in. He knows he can do it, but a bit of there, Appraisal Red is just enough to take down Sora, but he was taking so much damage already.
That was a cool stun coming from him. The 3-man stun into the turret. That needs, requires some quite amount of guts to do that. But into the top lane once again, high loss. And someone is hiding out. The Kimmy will try to engage first, but she will be harmed down. Farsa's feather airstrike on point. And here, she won't be taken down though, but that was quite a disaster for Kimmy.
Oh, a disaster indeed. They weren't able to come up with a bit of a plan right there. But at the same time, top lane, I feel like there's going to be something brewing out. I love how Yuzong's just circling around, making sure to get it. But without the Fredrin, I don't think they will be making sure to commit.
Sir, and Team Mighty Minions, they do have that Karma, they do have that Farsa for the burst, do have that Sora for, the sets. If once the things connect one after another, it is going to be absolute cinema.
That's true. That could happen a lot, but there is a bit of a Sora making sure that is not happening. He's just pushing them towards into that turret a lot. So that is definitely a bit of a problem right there. But at the same time, mid lane, that's like a 5-member gank. Oh, let's see, Traction Pulse unable to connect quite well. Hylos also pokes up his ultimate, making sure to get that distraction on, but they weren't able to take down the turret, which is also a bummer as of now.
Sometimes, I think that this Hylos skin, it completely ruins the mood of that red carpet thing. It just becomes white. And no one wants to walk on that white carpet.
Could it be possible? That could be the case as well, because nothing just happened. I mean, it was very crystal.
Yeah, I mean, there were minions right there. There was the carpet. No one went in. Nothing happened. I guess both of the teams trying to play it safe, but the Lord is up for the grabs once again. Feather airstrike on point, but it won't be striking Kimmy this time with the Lord dance on.
Let's see. Lord, though, there is this Carmela trying to do something, pops out the flicker, moving out of the way, but this means that she has to go back. But what about the other members? It's a 4v5 situation where the Lord is already taken into the hand of red team. Now they are looking for a bit of a kills. Mid lane, what's happening? I feel like there's no trade made so far. They are just kind of relying on Sora's ultimate as well. But pass a 9. He is very, very aggressive.
Love to see that fascinating, but the tension is growing along in the mid lane. Everyone is striking up Fredrin up there. Stun after stun, the tower falls down. Yuzong inside the battlefield. Carmilla with the one first on the chopping board. But Sora, what was that ultimate? The red carpet follows in. No one will be hardened for Team Genesis, but it will be Mighty Minions who ruled out this one. They avoided the calamity successfully.
That is true. Now the turrets are falling down one by one. The lords are there. The lords also trying to get up towards the holy shield as well. Oh, traction pulse for the Farsa, but there is a bit of a protection from the Xbox, so no gank so far. But it's just 10 minutes in and the holy shield is off. That is not a good case.
I mean, the Holy Shield should learn from Exploit that how to regenerate your shield when it's gone. But I don't think that will be the case. Into the bottom lane, Fredrin trying to engage a fight. But once again, Sora with that absolute amount of stun right there. Catches on 3 and the 3 will fall down from Team Genesis. Mighty Minions are shining out. This is what I was expecting from Team Mighty Minions, because they do have those assets for that.
That's true, they do have access for that, but at the same time, they were able to reach towards the inhibitors, which is also another good sign. So this means that with another Lord, they might be able to get an end very quickly, but the scores just get equal very, very soon enough. So let's see if the score does get equal or not. As of now, the Lords just 50 seconds away. This means that both the teams have enough time. YS is playing out very, very safe. I love his positioning. I love how he's just making sure to come up to pick up the crumbs as well. And goal lane YSS is definitely a bit a problem. It's just like a 50-50.
Yes, sir, and that is what I was talking about. Into the mid lane, Farsa gets caught out by Yuzong. The dragon is chasing down the bird. That is one hell of a movement. Manikiru gets onto that kill, but he is in danger now. Will he be able to escape? No, last one gets popped out and he gets taken out. A bird for a dragon.
Oh my god, scary! The damage is so good. Just making sure to get that advantage on, making sure to leave nothing out into the battlefield, no mercy shown. And with that, the Lord is up with 2 members already down, especially Sora. This is an easy green light unless there's a lasting insanity onto the Lord. What are they going to do? They have to make sure the Praga armor is out of the way. Looks like Shenian as well as the Hylos are going in to try to make sure that they are out of the way, but the Lord has been stopped. The Sakari will be taken down. It is the Fredrin who gets deleted. It is only pass 9 as of now. All left alone, but oh my goodness, YSS not leaving that up as well.
So you have to say it YSS because he's doing quite a good job, but it's sad that we cannot pronounce that name because I don't even know what it's there. Can we just call it a happy face after those kills?
Yeah. The Lenny face. It's actually called Lenny face.
Oh, okay. I'm not quite sure what I'm talking, but then again, it's a Lenny face. Lenny face, Money Cutie. They will be taken down, I guess, because it's a lot of stuns coming right there. The red carpet wasn't of any help, and he gets taken down.
That's true. Now the Lord's coming up onto the side of blue. They will be trying to prepare for a lane synchronization as well. So let's see how they will be trying to reach towards their inhibitors as of now, because the tier 2 are still waiting up, majority of them. So it's gonna be a challenge.
I love how the tables turned from 4k minus and goal lead to 3k ahead, and once again the feather airstrike gets stuck out. Sora catching 2 once again. What is this guy? What are those sets that are happening? But they don't have enough firepower to bust them down. They get low and they have to fall back.
That's true. They're not waiting. The OIS is a bit low. He's still there trying to take up the damage. I believe he doesn't have the Sky Piercer, and yet he's able to take the last hit. So that is also good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a 5-1-11 voices onto a gold lane. That's quite a thing, because I haven't seen much voices gold lanes.
Yes, I think this is a rising trend in India as of now to put YSS onto the gold lane, and it is working as you can see in this match. 11 assists already racked up with the 5 kills. So my goodness, let's see what they will be trying to do. As of now, even though Carmilla is coming up with a good set, they are not able to capitalize the curse of lag.
I mean, Carmilla is failing with the sets, but we cannot deny that Sora is going to help them out. Like the whole team, Mighty Minions are surviving just because of him. And once again, the Feather Airstrike on point. Kimi gets taken down.
That's true. That's true. Onto the other hand, members one by one taken down. That is not a good thing. Now, oh, wait a minute. Carmilla almost getting taunted off, but that is not happening. But Team Blue are already there. They are not able to catch the carry as well. But the carry is coming in as like an assassin rather than a marksman.
Yeah, I mean, she's just, getting into the fights and getting taken down by that Feather Airstrike because she can't move anywhere. She is using that flicker to close in and just die. And at this point, Genesis are, going to get hurt by this a lot. But once again, Manicure gets taken down and it's a connect from Carmilla. Sora, will he be able to do something? That was quite a nice turn, but it won't be enough for them. Carry is trying to prioritize it out. Team Mighty Minions falling one by one. Epstein onto Love is P. The Immortality gets popped out, but he won't be taken down. There is quite a time left for Team Genesis to start this lot, actually.
That's true. That's true. Look at them. The Lord is up with the 3 members down. It's just a bit of orange light for them to go contest, and even if they contest, they need a bit of a luck to take away from them. There is a retribution, and the last thing in Saturday, legendary picked up by Edisek. Golf is not stopping away, but it is a carry who picks it up. Now on the same note, wait a minute, Farsa has to go back, and that X-Borg as well. I feel like there is going to be a chase. Yuzong could have done that.
Even I thought of that the Yuzong is going to chase that bird down and hunt her down, but no, those 5 deaths may have impacted something. Neuron activation, what I'm saying.
My goodness. Let's see how they will be trying to manage to clear up the inhibitors as well. Now, with the inhibitor still standing up and YSS dealing so much damage, it feels a bit.
It might be a thing. Yes, once again, Feather Airstrike hurting nothing onto high loss.
Red team
Okay.
Oh my god.
Gets instantly deleted, but YSS is in trouble now. He's going to be chased by 4 members, but they have successfully avoided the Lord March down onto the top lane. That was quite a nice, a good move, I can say. Distraction.
That's true. The distraction was much needed, and they were very successful in that. Now let's see. Crazy part is even though the red side have taken the lot, they still haven't taken the 1 inhibitor. That just shows how good the defense mechanism are from the side of blue. So I really like how they are, making sure to get those lords, those minions cleared up. But they did put some thought for the lanes as well.
Even at almost full items, Farsa is dealing no damage to Hylos. That's how strong he is, and he's not even a full tank build. It's a hybrid build. But onto the top lane, Carmilla will be trying to get caught in those attacks, but she will be escaping for now. I just want to see, Carmilla ult and Sora ult at the same time. This might happen anytime soon because they do have their assets, as I mentioned. But, they need to find that opening. But why are they targeting that Hylos town?
The Hylos, though, that is not a very good target system that they are building as of now. So that is just gonna be there. 30 seconds left for the Lord. They're clearing out the minion. They're just getting a check onto the bushes as well. Oh, what is it going to be? Oh, who's gonna be the first one to die, Kalpit?
You know, I guess I'll have my bet on Yuzong right there, but he is at a pretty good position, so I can't really say more. And Hylos is trying to bait them out. And I guess he will be eventually successful to do so, but YS's ult showing out vision to everyone, you know.
So let's see. The Lord, though, the broken walls is definitely giving them a bit of a problem with how the Lords can be maneuvered towards the top or the bottom for their liking. So let's see how they will be trying to avoid that. Now on to the same note. Wait a minute. Looks like Leatherface wants to just get out of the way. Yuzong with the Black Dragon form. There is a bit of a distraction. Timmy is still trying to deal damage, but carry gets deleted. All that is just too much damage. Now onto the same note. The Lord, though, is quite still open. It is 2 members from the red side already down, trying to make it to make it a good trade. Yeah, but then members are down one by one. That is crazy.
But it's a Yuzong fighting against the X-Borg, Sora and Carmela down the top lane and will be taken down. The immortality gets popped up right into place, but it's X-Borg with a Sky Piercer, so the hunt was near.
Let's see. The base is wide open. There's a few members still left. The Hylos can clear the lane, but it is very, very far-fetched with the amount of crowd control that he is receiving. And the amount of damage as well. Look at them. They are all in on him. Taking down the immortality. The base is wide open. There you go. Senian is just 2 seconds away. But no, the red team wants to take it down quickly, and they get a victory.
What a victory by Team Mighty Minions. From the start, they fell a bit, but once again, they catched up. And Genesis, somehow, they didn't manage to make it out of this BO1 series. And here is your winner, guys. It is going to be Mighty Minions once again. And the MVP is none other than the YSS.
YSS. I mean, he was there to pick up the, quite a lot of crumbs as he was trying to, build up his farm as well. So a well-deserved MVP as well. But STB interviewed as well. I feel like his awareness on what bushes to go really helped them to, corner them out very quickly. So a big shout out to the tank as well.
Yeah, I mean, talking about tank, I would like to give all the credits to Sora as well, because he was the one, shifting the battle chance for Team Mighty Minions. And with this, I guess the first match of the stream has ended officially, and we'll be taking a short break. Please don't go anywhere. Grab your popcorns, grab your snacks, and we'll be coming back with one more fierce match. This is K and Peachy signing out.
Spring breathes new life into the land. While autumn nurtures our kindred spirits. The tenderness of spring shelters every living thing. The abundance of autumn nurtures our bonds. Let life be beautiful, like eternal spring. Let friendship be bountiful as autumn's harvest.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.
By spring's light.
In the name of autumn.
Hidden blossoms.
Fruits of our labor.
Peak, they have been onto the scene for quite a long time, and on top of that, they know their comforts. And being the best of one, when you pick up the comforts on your hands, it gets quite easy. So let's see the bans as of now. It is Peak onto the blue side and Veronica onto the red side. This means I feel like the Yuzhong, the Zushin, and the Freya might be like the permanent so far.
Yep. And right now, the Kadita being the first ban from the side of Peak. And now, okay, they're also taken out the Cho. So they do not want to deal with any kind of pick off. With the Cho being picked out along with the Kadita, you don't have to worry about the thalassophobia that brings into up along with the rough waves. And Veronica going straight up with the meta picks right now. The meta bans as such. Carry and the Light Wheel's taken out. The Black Dragon will not be making his way into the Land of Dawn, followed by the Sora. I mean, these guys are meta hunting right now.
Definitely, and also banning up signature heroes of Kitty, and I believe it is Yo onto the EXP. But with that, they did forget one of the heroes, so that is one gamble that Veronica O has to take. The Zushin. Now that let's see how they will be trying to counter up the Zushin. Are they going to pick up the range? Are they going to pick up something like a Kimi, the Fasa, or is it going to be Eve? Curious to know.
And right now, the Zushin picked up. I can't really see what Sanjiro has picked up from his end. Okay, we might just get back to that.
Yeah.
But I think it's a very early Mino pick. Very early Mino pick coming in.
They might be need that though, because one thing right here, Minotaur is gonna be serving as a bit of a crowd control. They're just gonna make sure to get as quickly as possible, with the damage as well. But wait a minute, Claude being open, Claude being taken, and to counter that, they have gone in for an Irithel. I think I have not seen this pick in such a long time, so this is going to be definitely a bit surprising for me. And with that, what will we be seeing as an EXP lane? Is it going to be the Lapu, or is it going to be something like an Esmeralda?
Well, I think the first thing is that you have to ban out the Esma from the side of Veronica because you already have two shield heroes. The second thing is that with the amount of mobility that they're bringing to the field, along with the slows that Eve and Mino bring, they have a pretty rounded off comp as such. But the main issue is that they do not have any crowd control. You have only the Mino. You have one ult, one singular ult, one Mino and Fury to play it all in. So you have to watch out for pickoffs because Peak right now has a very well-rounded out draft. They have the Claude for the late. They have the Guni. They also have the Zujin. So they're a very rounded off draft, but they are quite vulnerable to any instant burst assassins. So they need to watch out for the Yi Sun-Shin. There it is. That's banned out. There's also a possible Suyo pick. Maybe a Leo. Yeah, the Leo is there. So I think now what Veronica needs is something in the EXP. Like Peachy, you mentioned the Lapu, right? They could also go with the R-Lot because right now you have Irithiel with mobility. You need something really strong in the early game. So they could go R-Lot, they could go Thamus. What do you think?
R-Lot, I think the synergy with the Minotaur might work very well. So that might be the case that we will be seeing. But onto the other side, they are trying to push the Guinevere onto the roam. Sorry, not the roam, but the jungle. That is definitely interesting to see. While we have EXP Alice and a roam Khalid. Peak, they are very much, kind of self-sufficient with onto the jungle, onto the roam, and onto the EXP so far. So the other two members are only a bit dependent onto the vision. So I think it's gonna be easy for them to stay onto their lanes and farm up quickly, unless Veronica O comes up with the gangs, like 4-man gang or 3-man gang. That's just gonna catch off guard.
And oh my god, dude, like the Peak's draft is, I think, for the better lack of words, I think it is Peak. I mean, you have a very well rounded off early game. You have the Zujin, you have the Khalid, lot of early game damage, lot of poke, lot of suppression. You wrap it up with the Alice and the Guni for engage and disengage potential, and the Claude to wrap it up in the late. Overall, a very rounded off draft. But the issue is that if Peak cannot find its tempo and snowball as fast as possible, Veronica will allow Irithel to actually get to his full potential. And once he gets that crit item, he's going to be very, very hard to catch. Because who else can really chase down the Irithel apart from maybe the Claude, but she has the Wind of Nature for that. Maybe the Alice, but she's going to be safe because she has the Eve with the RWM. So reasonably, they should not be taking this game to the late because Phoveus and Kelvin are not going to allow Peak to get the space. So they need the first 8 minutes is going to decide the fate of this match.
That's true. So let's see. Shortly going towards the Land of Dawn. I would love to see how the best of one will be going. This is the top 32 of the Legends of Clash Arena. And it's a knockout stage. This means the team losing has to get eliminated, has to go back to square zero. Let's see what will be the result. So far, this is the drop. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can also comment which team you guys are leading towards for. And also, don't forget, giveaways are on. The active chatter in the chat will be winning diamonds. So, and the giveaways are going to be every day. So, don't miss out on that as well. So, let's wait to go to the Land of Dawn.
And I think we're going to be heading into the final stage. I'm just a little unsure as to what's the hold up, but we're going to be heading into the Land of Dawn in just a few more minutes, Peachy. Who do you think is going to get that first turtle? Is it going to be the Leo with the Phantom Steed, or the Goonie will have her way with the Violet Requiem?
I feel like Ryomo's going to get a bit, zoned out of the river area quite early on. First turtle is going to be a bit hard for him, so I would give my vote towards
Smash them.
Guinevere.
All troops deployed.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, into the Land of Dawn, here we go. It's a best of one series. So let's see who wins it up. Blue side, it's Peak. Red side, it's Veronica. Oh, and the match has started. Now, as of now, they will be trying to make sure how
And there it is. Legends Slash Arena Season 1 has begun the next game of this day. The Goonie going in for a strong counter jungle already, not going towards a blue at all. She wants that Azure Golem as fast as possible. But with that being said, the invade has been set up. They're trying to push on to Void right now as much as possible, but he will be protected pretty well. I mean, the Leo does have the momentum, the momentum assault. Momentum and then decimation assault for the skill 2. So yeah, he has the momentum, pretty fast farm clear. But on the bot side, Irithel taking a lot more damage than she can handle, getting sent back to base. Nino also low, mirrored by the Khalid. So there's going to be a lot of recalls we're going to be seeing in the first few minutes of the game itself.
That's true. Onto the side of Team Peak, they do have a Zushin. I am quite worried about the Zushin though. Can interrupt the Minotaur quite easily. So I do want to see how that's gonna be. Not a bit of a problem, maybe or maybe not. So there is a bit of a dive in composition as well. That how they can reach up to the Zushin on their face as well. But it might not be possible with the Khalid jumping. And look at that, they are on a synchronization as of now, making sure the Gleomord will be out of the river area.
With that, there's the turtle setup. The turtle dance begins. There's Phoveus jumping in, massive set by the Alice. The Phantom Steed coming in. Lots of damage being dealt on the members. There's the double kill. Mino is down. They deck the turtle. And with that, Veronica brings up the lead. 2 on the scoreboard in their favor. But they're still pushed away. The Zushin caught out in a very, very odd spot. And she will be taken down. That's actually the Eve instead. But the Leo might be falling next. But she misses the jump. And she will pay the price for her transgressions. And with that, they do find something back on the map. Despite taking away the turtle, the scoreboard 3-2. The game is not going anywhere just yet.
That's true. That's true. Look at them. I think a bit of a overextension coming in from Kitty really served her. It has her punishment. And now with that, Alice though, Alice is definitely unstoppable. Look at that, Alice all over the place, is making sure that everyone will be having a bit of a hard time. Now that they are, aggressively marking down one by one, but look at that, Itachi does get attacked by, but there is a bit of an immobilization with the hitbox of the Eve, but that's just not enough. Yayo will be taken down. Edith Hell jumps in, but I don't think that is enough because Flicker will be pulled off by Savage Warrior.
And not much trade. I mean, Savage Warrior right now getting taken down to a little under half HP will regen it back up. And I feel that Peak is not utilizing the Guinevere really well. I mean, you have that much engaged. There's zero purifies inside of on the side of the opponent. They don't have any CC immune apart from maybe that one Mino who can't be interrupted during his ult. So why are we not seeing the full dive comp that they've built around? Was it really worth picking up the Zul'jin and the Khalid? Because the Khalid has no one to give him the follow-up. You only have the Guni, but she is not building damage. And Savage Warrior takes way too long, but as we speak on the bot side, massive engage, lot of ults pop, and they will take their prize. Eden sent back to the respawn against his will, and with that they start the turtle dance. The members poking it out each other. Leo starting off with the turtle. He has Kitty searching for an engage. She's in the bush, not being spotted out just yet. Can she get the clutch? Yes, she does. 2-man caught. There's the catch. And that's a 3-man setup. But he still gets the turtle from everyone else. They clean up every single member one by one. Despite having the catch, they will still trade out 2 and 2. And right now, Alice caught out in the midst of it all, forced to flicker out. Can she escape? The Blood Ode is still standing. Will she dash out to safety? Not just yet. Waiting for support from the Claude. Running around. Will she be able to sustain for long? I think nobody wants to waste time on the Alice just for now. Not the Trinity up just yet. Not enough anti-heals. So that is all she wrote for this team fight.
Not a good choice as well to go behind Alice now. What a team fight, and Eden once again will be counted out so hard into the bottom lane. He tried to make a play with his ultimate, but the Irithel playing it out quite safe, it just helped them. And I think Itachi also played a very good part of providing the heal as well. That is the case with the Minotaurs. Minotaur could be a very good hero right here. I think it's kind of like a saving grace for them against Peak as of now.
And yeah, man, I mean, the Alice, okay, right now, forced to use the ultimate, but he will not survive. The Raging Sandstorm, not enough to handle the Phantom Steed. And I really feel they're giving Leo way too much open space. Why are you letting Leo run around against a Zul'jin? You have so much crowd control. But somehow on the bot side, off cam, a really, really sneaky pick coming in. But there's Savage Warrior with the ultimate. The Lantern will bring him back to his doom, the shutdown on the Irithel, and it might just be the same for Itachi, and there it is, unstoppable, picked up by no one. They're going to dive onto Kelvin. 3-man setup, the flickers used up, Kelvin got low, Yo-Yo is going in for the dive. Will they get Talk Charm? No, they will not. Kelvin still diving in with the monolith, clashing heavy on their opponents. He is still standing, uses up the flicker, baits it out on Zul'jin, and he will finally fall. No, not just yet. He nearly gets the play. Still standing. How is he bringing so much time? And still Veronica are failing to capitalize on the opportunity brought by their teammates. These are the mistakes that make you lose games. And this is exactly what's happening. Veronica using up the ult but does not land it. But still gets the shutdown.
Yep, I think there might be a bit of a lag that happened because the jump was absolutely perfect. But there you go. Looks like Kitty will be going forward towards the turtle as of now. Now this is definitely gonna look good for them because they are losing a bit of a gold when the gold at the difference rides up high. The team fights gets much more easier, and on top of that, it is going to be items on your hands as well, so the damage gets up as well. So Yayo at the same note is going in for a bit of a vision, but I think Savage Warrior should be playing a bit safe though. Yes, as a Zushin you are supposed to play a bit aggressive, but there is a lot of heroes that just jump in on your face. Oh, but wait a minute. Baron and Fury comes in. That will be Yayo who takes up so much damage. He goes out of the way. But no, the immobilization is just enough. Yayo goes in, sacrifices himself just so that the teammates can take up a bit of a challenge. Oh, no one jumps in. He's gonna go in for the Leomord as well as the Irithel. They have a lot of mobility as of now, and it is a shutdown. So much damage coming up. Savage Warrior unable to do anything, but was able to take down Irithel right before he could go for that. But okay, Kitty on to the other hand been protecting the top lane quite a lot because top lane was quite open, and there you go, this is a 1v1. Would love to see who wins it up. Eden jumps in, goes in with his basic attack, and that's the passive for Kitty. Guinevere making sure to capitalize the kill as well.
And I'm kind of unsure, PC. I mean, who is really winning in these fights? While Peak does have map control, are they really able to capitalize into the end? So I'm not sure how are we going to deal with the situation.
And that's true. Would love to see how they will be trying to get those near the inhibitor as well, because one thing is that is quite important for them. And on top of that, the Lord's gonna come. It's just 15 seconds left. The teams will have to make quick decisions as well. And on top of that, Itachi, Mineral Fury right on point, but he's not able to get that kind of an ultimate that the team is waiting for.
Yep, and yeah, I mean, my network is giving me a few issues. But yeah, with that being said, KT will start off with the Lord. They're trying to clear the lane on the top side. The red team will not have any response. They do not have enough bodies, do not have enough members, or the courage to be going in for the contest right now. And they're going to give up that Lord 3-0 right now. And with that being said, we have 15 seconds before the Lord will march down the bot side, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's going to march down the bot side. Yeah, bot side, Lord March. They have to sink the waves, but Eden has actually started off a little early. He finally gets his corrosion. I mean, that's a pretty late corrosion, right? If I'm not wrong. Usually you pick it up way earlier.
Like the
maybe that is why. Yeah, I mean, that's the second item after your boots. But I think he wanted to like rush the DHS. And maybe that is why he kept getting caught out so many times by the Alice. Which is why the Alice was still able to chase him down. But a very risky split being used up by Peak. They do not have enough bodies over there. Yayo forced to use up the heal on his skill 2. The ult not used up yet. He still has a Raging Sandstorm. They have all their flickers. This could be a really good Lord contest if they do their timings right. Divine Shield flattered on the top and the bottom. They will clean out all the out tier inhibitors. It's just the Holy Shield in the mid left, and they should be able to siege it down in just a few seconds. And there it is. Only the top shield left standing, and Peak pretty much have all the map control they need. Now they just need to get that one good dive and bait out a lot of skills, because they have every tool they need to make this happen.
That's true. So let's see if they're able to get it on or not. Now, they were able to reach towards the inhibitor, taking down the Holy Shield as well, but doesn't matter. It's already close to the 12th minute, so that is going to be just irrelevant. But on to the other hand, oh wait a minute, Itachi, he is trying to give up a good setup, but only picking up Yo-Yo. Yayo is just not the way. So let's see how they will be trying to, try to freeze the lane as well. But oh, wait a minute. Looks like they are trying to go in for a bit of a...
Okay, they will actually get the set on Itachi. Flicker used up. Kelvin going in really deep. Eden left standing. They have to go in for the play. They've committed way too much. Zushin will send Kelvin back. Will she stand strong? Yes, she does. The Leo slowed down too much. Alice used up the ult. Catches 2. Massive set. This might just spell the end for Veronica. Kitty will take out the Eve, and it's godlike for Savage Warrior. And with that being said, they will go in for the last engage. Yayo will fall. That's a 1-for-3 trade, and they've basically cleaned up this game. It is all but over, but Sanjiro will somehow manage to stay alive, forces the Winter Crown onto the Guinevere. There is the ultimate use, Phantom Steed. They will hold the wave for another few minutes, but how long can they keep up this streak? Can they hold on until their members are back? Yes, they do, and we will be going to another Lord.
Oh, the Lord is already up, so this time around there is like a very little chance of Team Veronica or to get the a good comeback right here as well. They needed this lot desperately just to get, clean up the tier 3s or even tier 2s, but it's just not happening. They're not able to take the map control back from the side of Team Peak. Itachi, I think the Zushin, they took a big gamble there, and it is really showing that they are having problems with that. So let's see, with this Lord already marching down, what is it going to be? It looks a bit dicey. Lane sync-wise, it's just bottom lane, top lane almost coming in. But Itachi makes a play that would be the Minoran Fury, but at the same time, it is Yayo who takes up so much damage. Oh, Irithel looks quite low though, but now it is Alice who takes up so much damage. Winter Crown popped up, but yet trying to pick up one by one. That would be Savage Warrior on the back lane. Skippy taking too much damage from the turret as well. It is a killing spree for Sanjiro. He's able to survive. He's able to go back quite easily. They just made it 2 for 2. Now this is definitely looking very
They
good.
still have not got the end.
Yep.
It's nearly 15 minutes in, and both sides are really not doing much. Like, Peak still has the advantage, but that's a very fleeting one at this point because Irithel has the late game she needs. So, we're looking at just one good team fight, but they have to deal with all their inhibs exposed.
That is true. That is true. So let's see what they will be trying to come up with a plan, because once if Team Peak loses the map control, it's going to be a bit hard. As of now, Sanjiro is farming up. Look at him. He is getting items minute by minute. Now he has the rose gold, so he can play a bit aggressively, trying to tank up as bit as he can, but not so much that he is dying. And on to the other note, no inhibitors being there, it is definitely a bit dicey. With that, Savage Warrior will be taken down. They are trying to make the score 2 for 1. Sanjiro in a very safe space, but Eve just making sure. Alice also leaves up in a very low HP. Kitty jumps in at the very last moment onto the Eve, takes out the Eve, but Kelvin unfortunately goes down. There is one minion already there, and it is Sanjiro all alone. He tried to do the play, but no, it is the minions and the Peak getting the win. What a game that they have won as of now without the Lord. Let's look at the history. Let's look at the result quickly. And yep, looks like Savage Warrior will be picking up the MVP. That was pretty much very much good, given the fact that he was picking up kills on kills and picked up a legendary as well. Map control wise, it is Team Peak who made sure to take advantage on, and they did one up that. So that is it for this game. We'll be right back with the next game since we are running a bit behind on schedule, guys.
And pretty convincing win for Peak, especially with the performance that the Zushin had, basically untouchable on this game. And with that, I think a very convincing win for Peak. They will be heading on to the next round, while Veronica will have to work on a few more things before they get competitive. So, Peachy, what are your thoughts on that?
I feel like with the Lord they could have ended, but they weren't able to catch up Irithel, which was a massive problem. So that was a bit of a problem. So, but with that, Peak still got a 1. So let's see how they will be trying to get into the top 60 and how they will be trying to get near the throne.
Yep. And with that being said, we will be heading into a very short break, folks. And after that, we're going to have another exciting match with another amazing set of casters. So this is Baldu signing off for now. We'll be back right after a short break. Stay tuned.
spring breathes new life into the land. While autumn nurtures our kindred spirits. The tenderness of spring shelters every living thing. The abundance of autumn nurtures our bonds. Let life be beautiful, like eternal spring. Let friendship be bountiful as autumn's harvest.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.
By spring's light.
In the name of autumn.
Hidden blossoms.
Fruits of our labor.
breathes new life into the land. While autumn nurtures our kindred spirits. The tenderness of spring shelters every living thing. The abundance of autumn nurtures our bonds. Let life be beautiful, like eternal spring. Let friendship be bountiful as autumn's harvest.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.
By spring's light.
In the name of autumn.
Hidden blossoms.
Fruits of our labor.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and my gamers and my gamer Reese's. We are back with a short break into Legends Clash sharing season 1 of this Moba Legends 5v5 tournament. And right now we are on to match, like this is going to be the third last match of the evening tonight. My name is Solsky. I will be your caster for this game number 1 of this best of 1 series of the evening. And this is going to be between Team Shadow Esports versus CRQ Underdogs. And as we are saying names, obviously, under the blue side, there's going to be Shadow Esports. Under the right, CRQ Underdogs. And as I said, my name is Solsky. Guess who I'm joined by? I think I'm casting with her after a very long time. How are you, Celestia? And it's so nice to meet you as well into this casting desk.
Hello, Solsky. I'm doing good. And what about you?
Well, I'm good. So we are starting off with straight away the bans. So what do you think about the bans?
Looking into the banning panel, we can see already the meta heroes getting banned out, especially from the Shadow Esports. They just banned out 2 of the really amazing roam heroes, a good set maker and a pick-off type, and they're just banned out the Freya. Freya being really amazing into the goal, and recently her damage output as well as sustain, and she's really strong into the goal and she dominates, and it's pretty amazing to just ban out. But also there is a Jushin ban, so they might go with some chunky heroes because Jushin provides a lot of problems for those types. Right now already from the ban and to the picks, you can see amazing heroes into the pick phase. That will be the Yuzhong into the EXP as well. It's gonna be the Alice, a really good EXP laner, which can soak up a lot of damage and just type for the backliners as well. The Yuzhong, a really amazing, a best EXP I would say. He's really good in the laning and especially to zone out into the objective fight as well to mark down to the main damage dealers. And there's a Farsha, so obviously Yuzhong Ping there. Gonna be a really hard time for her to, she have to maintain her position while casting her ultimate. Otherwise, if the Yuzhong catches her up, she's gonna be a dead mid. But coming to that, there's a Wisest to give them a good damage slate and also to provide the vision. And there's a Hilda, a very strong lady. So with that saying, we can see already into this banning panel, 4 of the amazing heroes getting banned out: Hylos, Claude, Eve, and Kimi. So what do you have to say about this? Okay, so Solsky will be back. So meanwhile, we can see already the bans. 2 pretty amazing mages getting banned out, Kimi and the Eve. And talking about this, Hylos being a really strong roamer which can sustain and which can help out in zoning out very well. And they do have the Hilda, so if the Hilda is there, they might be like, there's the 80% chances the Hilda might be will be just going for the invade. So they just ban out this Hylos, which will be causing them an issue. But a pick into the goal, it's gonna be a Granger, a really strong marksman. I mean, Granger is the best, everyone says it, and he is best. But meanwhile, the Irithel is still open. They haven't banned out, so Irithel works out really amazing, good counter against the Granger. She has the mobility and everything, but the Kadita was open and they just picked it up, and Kadita will be a problem, especially for the backliners, the Granger and the Farsha, because Kadita with the Petrify, with that raw waves can delete out, and they do have the Yuzhong. So this damage dealers need to maintain their position very well, otherwise one single mistake into this team fight, they can get deleted out. So YSS will be into the goal lane, and YSS into the goal lane is doing so amazing. I've already watched out in previous match also, the YSS goal was pretty amazing. And it's gonna be the Khalid into the roam. So both of the roamers are kind of harassers type, so we might be see some kind of invades coming from both of the side, and there will be a Suyo, a really amazing jungler, and his buff right now, he has that mobility, he has the damage spike, so it's pretty amazing to see this lineup. Both of the sides, they do have a really good sustainers, the zone out, dive in, burst, and the damage potential. So yes, with that, our drafting phase has come to end, and both of the sides are looking really strong and really amazing with their picks.
Exactly as you have, like sorry for that delay, but yeah, as you said, drafting phase has been completed. We will be straight away moving on to the land of dawn And this is going to be Team Shadow Esports on the blue side, as we have talked about CRQ and those on the right. So far, so good. Draft is looking pretty good from both the sides. Right now, we are seeing a double fighter comp. Oh, not okay. My bad. It's going to be double fighter. If we look at the roaming matchup, that's going to be the Hildas, giving a slight a bit damage to that Khalid. Khalid is giving some visions. Data Wonder will be taken by that Leo mode. So for now, they will not so skirmish. But ask, what do you think right now? Like, who is going to get the first blood in this draft?
Both of the drops are pretty amazing. They do have this Sinhar as the type of a roamer, but the thing is the early damage spike. Both of the mages are really good. So I am kind of, just thinking the Kadita might get the first blood. She has the potential once she gets her ultimate with the Petrify. She can take down the Farsha as well if they rotate to the gold lane. She might be targeting into the backline. So I'm kind of expecting from the side of the Team Shadow Esports.
Yep, exactly. And if we talk about this gold lane matchup, I think if we see early game spike as well as mid game spike as well, Granger needs to get level 4 in order to match that laning phase to that YSS. And as you said, Kadita might get the first blood in this matchup. So I guess maybe you are right, because that drop phase combination actually can burst down this Khalid, even if he's using Desert Tornado. But meanwhile, you can see there was a little chance of getting first blood, but Quicksand guard right there to just refills his HP. Getting a tough boot into the bottom lane, that's the Alice Yuzhong matchup. Straight away going for the first turtle. Well, Yuzhong come there to zone out the junglers. Leomort not there, right into the position. Will be getting zoned out by this Kadita with the rough face combination. And we'll have to fall back for now. No total contest for now. And that was a very, very good thing done by this team, for the side of Team Shadow Esports. Right now, looking at there will be the Feather Strike. And Hilda quite too low. That Kadita is quite too low. Will be getting into that safe hands mountain shocker. Nobody holds there. And for now, this fight will evade 0 for 0 right now. And objectives, I think objective-wise, Team Shadow Esports has got the first turtle.
Exactly. Both of the sides are playing in a really well-disciplined manner, and they are not, just rushing out to just random team fights anywhere, and they're just, they being just slowed down, and they're just focusing onto their farm to get those jungle creeps and get that minions, get that gold, and because of that they can get their itemization, so they can have the damage spike and they can go for the team fight engage, and they can get some trades. But meanwhile onto the bottom lane, EXP laners are having their own time, but into the river in the rough wave coming up. The first blood secured by the Hilda, but the Hilda gets the punishment from the Alice, the blood diving in, and Yuzhong will be coming with the black dragon form with the petrify over there onto the Alice, but Suyo will be securing that kill. 2 for 1 trade, and that was amazing.
Yep, and that's a very, very good shot coming from that Suyu right there. Hearts are quite too low, we'll have to use a flicker. That's going to be the knockup. Okay, again, one more flicker bait out right there. And in top lane, this Vice is making a nuisance for this Ranger. Gotta look at the itemization, because Team Shadow Esports right now being able to get a little bit momentum into their hands with that team fight, because it's going to be 2-1 scoreline. If you look at the itemization, and that's the first item, because that's going to be for the YSS, it's going to be the Hunter Strike, and I think that's a very viable item in the meanwhile we can see in the bottom lane there's slight skirmish, the parts are quite too low. Okay, that's going to be the ultimate for that Khaleesi is still trying to go in. That's a Feather Strike. This is zone out that Hilda. They were starting the turtle fight. Right now, that's going to second turtle. I think Leo mode quite late to the party with the game. Hilda's going to the Phantom Steed. Try to go for the Petrify combination. Rough waves misses out. Meanwhile, you can see there might be a possibility of Thorn of Ruin for the Alice, but she won't be able to do that for now because she doesn't have it. So now, I think the second turtle will also get secured by Team Shadow Esports.
That was pretty amazing, zone outs coming from the side of Team Shadow Esports. Though the Leoma tried to come in, but Khalid was kind of low in HP, and already they have that advantage, and they were kind of late to rotate towards the river area. And again, the Shadow Esports gets that objective. And right now in the lead is a kind of a Shadow Esports. They are lead with objective with the trade, but right now again team fight going on to the Khalid, and he's low into the HP, but he just survives out using second skill. But onto the top lane, attention is building up. There is a Leomord and there's a Granger, but I guess they weren't going for the fight because he needs to get his red buff, and it's already in 3 seconds it will be spawning in. And look at those rumors just being there into this bushes, providing the vision, but still low onto the HP. Oh, it was a Peter gets caught up over there, and he gets taken down. And the Yuzhong diving in with the Black Dragon Form, giving the backup, and with the Petrify combo over there, Khalid has been taken down, and he won't be stopping there. He wants to just punish out those heroes. I know the Granger and all, he has been taken down because he just take down their mate. And meanwhile, into the middle lane, the Farsha gets taken out by a Hilda.
Yes, exactly. And I think now Team Shadow Esports has gotten some of the things in their hands in terms of neutral objectives like bottom turret as well as top turret. And now they are gaining a little bit of momentum because as CRQ and the Dogs, they were going par to par in the early phase, but right now Team Shadow Esports, they're in a bit of a control, especially the zone outs coming in from Team Shadow Esports and all the sides of the map, and the trade-offs like Yuzhong getting the double kill, and that was a close one for the Khalid. So yeah, and as for Shadow Esports, they just need to continue this, but there is a Soul Saver onto the Khalid. Will have to use Raging Sunstorm just to back off, and that's it. I think for this fight, again a good zone coming in, and that's too much of damage for Khalid to hold on, because I think he haven't received the proper itemization. That's going to be rough wave combination onto that Alice, and I think that will be the passive of the Hilda as well that will help out to take down that Alice. Meanwhile, there is the knockup onto that Leomord fan. Steed is there, but will he do it with his Gabriel? I don't think so. He will do anything, and he will have to fall back for now. And now they are focusing onto this mid-lane turret. Meanwhile, you can see the bottom lane Wink is actually raging down onto the Kyra. That was a very close matchup for both the YSS as well as the Granger. Black Dragon form just to zone out. Meanwhile, they are successful in zoning out, but that was a very good combination from Boise. However, we'll have to use Flicker to go out of that with this Khalid. I mean, we can see he doesn't have the Flicker as well. Will he go in with the Raging Sandstorm? That's going to be the rough face combination onto that Parsa, but misses out, and she will be able to fall back for now, but that's a killing spree with a passive. This default on a roll right now, and right now we can see there is a Gabriel onto the party, but no, he just saw there is 5 members and decided to fall back for now, and that's it, I think, and they will successfully defend this mid lane turret.
Right now the Team Shadow Esports, they are kind of leading, with that trade also, with objectives also, and they got the damage spike, so they're getting the control. They have the Hilda, and she is using her mobility to give that vision and taking those map controls, so her teammates can easily know where their jungler, where the roamer is going, and she just treats them so nicely. And as well, there is always they marked on also the backlash, and Khalid needs to be a little bit careful about his vision, because he may be a roamer, he kind of absorbs a lot of damage, still get forward down, but obviously he needs to back up. But again, the team that they you just take down the match happens no way, just Khalid gets taken down, and people just shutting down people get taken down by a Nico, and 4 of the members are down. That was amazing, because look at that. But the fact that trade just went well to the side of the team CRQ on the talks, and they were able to take down the kill, and there's force like already in the river area, so it might be.
Red team has slain the Lord.
Exactly. I mean, that was a very good matchup for the side of Team CRQ and the Dogs as well. And now they are focusing on the neutral objectives, because they will be getting their hands onto the top lane. I think there might be a use of Featherweight Strike just to zone out this Kadita. No, I don't think that they just need it. Got to look into the itemization, because I think there is a Fury Hammer with this Khalid, even if he is getting, beat down by the side of Team Shadow Esports. And we can see that's a very good, I would say, itemization for this Farsa, because she has gone with Bloodwing just to have that little bit of mobility with the passive of the Bloodwing, as well as Genius One just to burst it down. And that was a very good Lord secure, I have to say, for the side of team CRQ Underdogs. Right now, they are getting a little bit of momentum back from the hands of side team Shadow Esports. And right now, there's a good vision coming in from the side of for the side of this team Khalid. And Lord marching from the mid lane, and that's a good defense. Right now, there is a silver stun onto that Hilda. Not enough damage to burst down this Hilda till now. I think for that, Granger needs to build up some more itemization. If you ask me, just go with the, Malefic, or if your team hasn't built the anti-heal, just go with the Sea Halberd and, other basic things. We can see there is a matchup on the go, but that's a bait out. There is the Raging Sandstorm, and will have to fall back for now with the Flicker as well. That's good resources to bait out, but that was a very good face up of that Who is Peter and this Khalid Executor. Meanwhile, you can see that's a very good defense if you ask me. Only 2 turrets has fallen down on the side of Team Shadow Esports, and 2 turrets is also fallen down for the side of Team CRQ Underdogs. But look at the bottom lane turret. That's quite too low. I think we can consider it also has been fallen down for the side of Team CRQ Esports. As a knockup onto that Leomord will be eating some bits of damage. For now, I think if Leomord wants to be successful in, proving any dividends for his team, I think he should go for that Queen Wings. But there is the Mountain Shocker, misses out. Will he go in with the Gabriel? And he baited out that blackjack in form of the Yuzhong. And that's a very good bait out, because Gabriel will only take 10 or 20 seconds, maybe 15 seconds at this point of time just to come back. And right now, that's a very good resources just before the Lord. But I think with the Lord, I think it's 40 seconds. Oh, my bad. I thought it was 20 seconds. 40 seconds for another Lord. I think he might be able to get that Black Dragon form back in the nick of time. But meanwhile, I think the team CR Kindruff, they should try to get a pick off before this Lord, I guess.
Red team hero has been slain.
Also, I think here team CRQ in the Doxy, right? So, the Queen Wings has gotten by this default. I think that will be a very good clutch gameplay from that Yuzhong, because he will be getting his ult, before the Lord. That's a nick of time. That's Brute Force. I think Brute Force, if you are getting bursted down, I don't like that item for now, because I think you could have gone for more defense rather than having dependent onto the stacks of that Brute Force. Yes, you have built good Dreadnought armor for that Suyu, but Suyu is gonna, because look at the Suyu, he has got that Malefic Roar as well as this Hunter Strike. Both of the passives gets penetration, and this Sword extracts with the 2 damage. So you're getting melted down. You could have gone for that Anti-Cuirass and the prioritized Brute Force for the late game, because you have got your Thorn of Ruin with the passive of that Alice. You could have just got into the backline because they have got so much dive, but there's little bit skirmish just right before the Lord. Lord hasn't spawned. 2-man knockup of CRQ and the Dogs. Quite too low, not quite too low. And for now, they are baiting out the resources for this mid lane, like they wanted standing up right there. That's Gabriel, and I think will be the that's a Petrify combination onto the Farsa. Meanwhile, we can see that's a trade-off of the Yuzhong to the Farsa, and that's a very good trade-off. Meanwhile, he was Peter quite too alone into the top lane, and he will not take the trade. He will not take the risk to kill that Kadita. I think he would have done so, but right now we can see there is the Hilda having the advantage of this dangerous grass map. It's a very good. There is the Gabriel just to defend this mid lane. My guy, you need to defend this mid lane because you have left it. Never mind. There is the defense on the mid lane quite too low. The rough pace will survive the day for this Who is Peter in that point blank HP. Team Shadow Esports right now is on a roll, and they are into full control of this lineup down right now in this match. But now CRQ and Ross, they need to think of a different game plan, because they need to play around this time with the Granger, and they need to play around with this Farsa as well. That Feather is it's just quite too big of a resource to just bait it out, or maybe just to use it just to clear the minions. I know that it just takes only 30 or maybe 25 seconds to get it back online, but you need that Feather is just to dish out the damage as well, to burst down either this Yuzhong, or you need that just to burst down this Suyu. But Suyu positioning as an assassin player, it's very, very, very good, right? And there is a little bit of skirmish right now going into the mid lane. Okay, that's a mountain shocker. Yeah, I would, I told you so. You need Antic for that extra sustainability, my guy. And for that, I think you are getting punished because brute force, you need stacks as well as, I would say, you need some more defense just to, have that brute force in your build. But right now you don't have any, so you will get bursted down right there, my guy. Plus, you have the flicker. I think Vengeance might be a good choice for in this matchup. But what's done is done. But there is the combination onto that Leo board. And that's a very good combination of the huge. Meanwhile, you can see Moon quite too low. Will be able to fall back for now. Yes, he will be able to fall back. And that's a very good engage coming in from the side of Team Shadow Esports. And I just saw a roam switch up from this Khalid. That's going to conceal this time. And he hasn't bought. That's a chest, guys. He needs some magical defense as well because he might get bursted down. Alice, not too shabby of the itemization. If you look at Team Shadow Esports, look at Biases. Only one item behind. And I think what he's going for. He's going for Vortex. Look, the damage he will be dishing out to that Alice is going to be quite a lot. So I think he needs some different types of itemization. If you ask me, I think Team CRQ Underdogs still has got that potential in them to make a comeback. Because look at Kyra, man. He has got everything what he needs into this Granger kit. So they just need to play around this Farsa as well as Granger because both of this Death Sonata and the Feather Strike is going to pave the way for the side of Team for CRQ Underdogs to maybe potentially win this match. But however, Team Shadow Esports, their discipline into the gameplay and with the synergy they have, I think it's going to be quite difficult. So let's see what happens in this Lord push. And the Lord is coming from bottom side. That's a quite good discipline. They will try to... Okay, they have cleared, I think, top lane quite too early, if you ask me. Meanwhile, you can see Executor quite too low with this Moon. That's Hilda. Hilda is basically an unfair hero, if you ask me. I don't like to play against Hilda as well, but I don't know why they kept it open and gave away the Team Shadow Esports. Right now, they might be engaged. Yep, that's a Mountain Shocker. Kyra too low, misses out. Wink misses out with one basic attack. And Kyra will survive the day. It's a Black Dragon form. Moon quite too low. Will fall down from the hands of Leomord. Leomord quite wants to go in, but no, he doesn't have that. Gabriel will try to defend this mid lane. That's a Soul Seaver Retribution combination onto the Leomord quite too low. Raining Sunstorm misses out that wing at the point blank, but there is Desert Tornado and Quick Stand Guard as well, just to get killing spree for the Kyra. 4 kills with the Kyra, the Ranger. And right now, I would say that was a very successful push as well, and a successful defense from the side of Team CRQ Underdogs as well. Quite good, if you ask me, from both the sides. I think maybe... Okay, let me just see the itemization, because I just saw Farsa getting that Divine Glaive. That's the Athena right now, and that's a Despair and the Blood Wings. I think Blood Wings in this matchup to melt down that Leomord and Alice. I think you might have gotten for that Wishing Lantern for that extra passive damage, because you have got most of your itemization, plus you have your LT for that, the passive or the LT will help you as well. So I think could have gone for the better itemization, but you know what? Blood Wings give you a little bit of more good sustainability, will help you against the Death Sonata. So I think it's a very good fair trade-off from the Who is Peter, because as he is, we all know who he is, but there is the Reflex combination onto that Khalid, and he will survive the day for now. That's a Feather Ray Strike, but misses out 2 shots. Nah, man, you gotta be very accurate with your shots with the Feather Ray Strike. So you gotta look out for that. Meanwhile, we can see that CRQ Underdogs, they are not too shabby to just give away the win to the Shadow Esports. So they are going in with the discipline. But you have got your Khalid as well as Alice, so you just need the setup. But you can't just do a setup and leave your backliners open, because we have seen in this match this is what happened. But Khalid just made a change of plans, and he is being with their damage dealer. So that's a very good trade-off. But you just got to look out for how they approach this game at right this time, because it's 19 minutes into the game, and in 19 minutes anything can happen, because the world leads, it won't matter as you hit 60,000 mark. But there is the Gabriel Phantom Steed, Turnip ruined, but nobody is there onto the tournament. Okay, that's a stun onto the two people. Wing fallen down quite too early. Alice taking out down onto that Suyu. Kyra survives barely. And Default gets fallen down. Mega kill. And this is what I was talking about. That was a very good set. And defense off to the back line is into the hands of Yu Zhong. And wonderful play from the side of Team CRQ Underdogs, and they are marching from the mid lanes and they're looking to the end, and I think they might get their wishes in this time because this is going to be a full 5-man push. And there is the Featherweight strike as well, might get busted down. Moon quite too low. Billy fallen down, just tries to survive barely, just try to get his team a little bit of time, but I don't think so, and that will be it. What a wonderful last team fight coming in from the side of Team CRQ Underdogs. Okay, I didn't expect that, but that was a very beautiful fight into the last fight of this game, and I think this game will go toward the side of Team CRQ Underdogs. So far so forth, that was quite, I would say, unexpected from my side because I know Team Shadow Esports for a very long time. And they made some rookie mistake and into that last fight. I didn't expect them default quite too late into the team fight. When his Wink died, he went in for that Granger. And I think that was quite too shabby play from the side of Team Shadow Esports. Meanwhile, we can see CRQ Underdogs winning this game. And that was a very wonderful game. I think that's it for this game, the third last game of the evening. I think we will be going on to the next game really, really, really soon. So we'll take a short break for now. See you guys after a really short break. But before we take a break, okay, I just have a very small request from you guys. Please like, share, subscribe the stream, and please follow us on every social media panels to get the latest update of this tournament. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe the stream, and we will see you after a short break.
Spring breathes new life into the land. While autumn nurtures our kindred spirits. embrace of spring shelters every living thing. The abundance of autumn nurtures our bonds. Let life be beautiful, like eternal spring. Let friendship be bountiful as autumn's harvest.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.
By spring's light.
In the name of autumn.
Hidden blossoms.
Fruits of our labor.
spring breathes new life into the land. While autumn nurtures our kindred spirits.
Well. Hello again. We are back with a short break. And straight away going into the drafting phase. Before we move on to the drafting phase, my guys, or basically not my guys, my gamers and my gamer resees. Before, let me just introduce you guys to the teams because we have got one Soul Legacy, an Operation Zero match. Operation Zero onto the right side. That's going to be red. Onto the left, that's going to be one Soul Legacy. Onto the blue. My name is Sulski. I will again be your caster for this second last game of the evening. And joined by my side is again going to be Miss Lady Celestia. So we are straight into the draft. So what do you think of the bans that have been come up into our screens?
Looking into this drafting and this banning panel, already the team Operation Zero just decided to ban out the Jushin. Very understandable because into the mid lane, into this land of dawn, she is creating a lot of chaos with her beautiful lantern and herself. She's so beautiful and always being annoying for those front liners, especially the roam. If they are going with some kind of a Minotaur, maybe Gato, or even a Hades, she just gives a lot of problems. And right now the meta heroes are always like a chunky type, so I guess they're going with some kind of a chunky lineup, so they're just banning out the main annoying factor. But with that, Hilda and a Freya, understandable. Hilda being very aggressive, she has the damage and annoying for the junglers, for the backliners, and especially this Freya. She is really good into gold lane, and once she gets that sustain and the damage output, like she is gonna be like very unstoppable to deal with it, and you don't want to face this problem. But again, a pretty good bans coming up. That will be the Yuzhong and a Claude. Claude being a really good into this meta as well. The Yuzhong, especially for the backliners, and he is the best one to zone out. So if you have a Yuzhong, there might be like 80% chance you'll be winning out those team fights and especially those objectives. So it's better to ban out if you don't want to lose their objectives.
Yep, exactly. And I love this Yuzhong man. Why you want to face a hero that can right away, have a black dragon right above you and just goes into the backline, disrupt it. So I'm loving this Yuzhong bans coming from OZ. As you said, this Claude ban as well is a very good ban from One Soul Legacy as well. Let's just see the last ban of this first banning phase of this game, on this best of one series. I think it might be the Freya's ban, Hilda is banned. They have banned this YZ as well. Okay, they didn't ban anything. I think they were just discussing what should we ban. And okay, they banned. Okay, my bad. It was too quick for it to conclude anything. And that's going to be the carry ban. So they have banned the carry. So I think they might go for high HP heroes lineup. And for now, they have team one's OSL. Let's call them OSL. They have got the first pick. So they will prioritize Fred, and they don't want to give to that OZ the first pick as Fred ring. So that's a very good brain coming from the side of team OSL. OZ. Meanwhile, I think they can still go for a Bakshia. Maybe they can go for Bakshia into this first picking phase. So what do you think? Like, how could they counter this hero?
Looking into this bans of the team Operation Zero, they are kind of planning going with some chunky heroes, but they are not. But I guess the devices can be into the goal because that's how it is going in. Many teams are, playing the devices into the goal. So this might be a thing, but still, the Bashir is open, so they can go with the Bashir jungle. Even the Berg is open and really good against a Freight Train with the last insanity. With the true damage, you can burst him down into the team fights. But we can see Farsha coming from the side of the team's One Soul Legacy, and the Farsha having the damage spike in early. If she gets that, she's gonna be very amazing with the Feather S strike. She has the burst damage. With that, she can zone out into this team fight, especially into those objectives. She'll be there to zone out their junglers, and also her range is an advantage. So it's pretty amazing with the Farsha over there. And also the YG got already banned out, so there won't be a trouble for her unless we see a Lapu Lapu diving in with the bravest fighter with Flicker to mark onto her. So that may be a thing. But we are seeing a Chow from the side of the team One Soul Legacy. So he might be into the roam, but maybe an EXP2, but I guess he will be into the roam position.
Exactly. But you know what? I think they have gone for the pick off or they're roaming. And I think he's going to be played by Demon Kite. Maybe he might not be a real Demon Kite guy, but still gotta respect the name. And Sora as their third pick. OZ. Straight away, I think too much of a crowd control. This show is going to have a very hard time just to get some pickoffs into this game, because Grok plus Sora, I think you're just going to lose your mind if you see your screen gets shaking away from the Grok's S1 as well as the Sora's torrent form as well. We can see Valentina ban. It's a good ban coming from the OZ. They don't want to give another Sora to Team OSL. And then you see OSL, they got to mark some mages because they haven't picked the mages Team OZ. As far I'm concerned, they should just lock down some mages, or maybe they could go for some bans that can threaten their brethren. That's going to be CC as well, because they haven't gone another fighter. So let's just see if they ban CC or they take CC. As we have talked about, the Farsa has a range advantage, but they got to play around this Fredron as well as Show. The Show is going to be a very hard time in this match because there's the wild charge as well as the torrent form, to engage into the back lines. So they get to look out. Okay, there it is. They just want to ban out any of the tank chunkers for the Team OSL. Lunox man, right away. For the last two bans, what do you think?
Right now, the team OZ, they don't have that maze. Also, they don't. It's Vice is kind of confusing for them, because Vice can go to the goal as well to the jungle. So they might be thinking whether to ban out the jungle hero or whether to ban out a gold laner. So that's kind of confusing. So the team One Soul Legacy, they might go with another mage ban. Still, the Kadita is open, and Kadita can cause a trouble for the Farsha, so they can go with that. But again, a marksman ban coming from side of the team Operation Zero. Granger has been banned out, and that's pretty much shows Granger is really amazing into the goal lane. Once he gets his early snowball, he's going to be unstoppable because he has the mobility, he has the range advantage, he has the damage output. So they just ban out this hero. So there might be a chance a mage can get banned out, or either they're going to ban out a goal laner from the side of the team's One Soul Legacy.
Yep, exactly. And I think, as you said, the biases can be a flex, but in this matchup, I don't think should. I think let just Sora go to the goal. If they're picking up the CC, Sora might go. Sora is also a flex kind of. So let us see, or they go. OZ is going to ban, and as you have mentioned, a very good point. As in the previous match, we have seen Bias's goal, so maybe this is also Bias's goal matchup depth. There is the Kimi ban. They don't want to face the Kimi, the continuous damage booster. And to match out this mid lane matchup, what else is left into the mage? Kadita, maybe, but Kadita is just too risky of a play, especially when the enemy has got this much CC. So I don't think so Kadita will be a viable pick yet. There is the CC, and biases will be to the jungling this time, and that has been confirmed. So, yep, CC pick from OZ. They're going for the classic biases jungle. Meanwhile, the gold is left, and at this point, if you're going against CC into the gold, you pick something that can chunk down this Grok as well as CC as well as Sora quickly. And one thing only that comes to my mind, and that's going to be a Beatrix maybe, but she's kind of I would say she needs to be getting at least a Despair as well as some Malefic gun just to chunk down that damage. But that's with the crowd control. I think Nibiru and Wesker is going to be having a very, very good time with this much amount of crowd control, because you are just the enemy will get constantly stunned. But let's just see how they approach this gold lane. Maybe when they go for Harith. Yes, I was thinking this Harith might come up. So Harith, still a good pick, because Harith can jump down the CC very quickly into the gold lane, but he needs some itemization first. so heavily item dependent. And Beatrix with the CC, I think, might have been a very good choice, but let's just see how they're going to approach this Team OZ. This one, how they counter this. Okay, they are going to pick. Okay, that's a very good draft coming from OZ. They have two global vision with the Fury of Phoenix and the Mountain Choker. With this, my guys, we are concluding the drafting phase. Both of the team are looking stacked. I'm going to ask our viewers as well as Miss Telestia, what do you think about these drafts?
Looking into the drafts, kind of a good from both of a side, but I am kind of concerned a little bit about the Zaytian. I mean, Zaytian gives a good damage, but they already have the YSS to provide the vision, and also the Zaytian ultimate works for that purpose. But if that combined with the Grok's tectonic charge, the ultimate is quite good, but also it has a long CD, like 60 seconds, and compared to the Farsha, and she needs to get something, like the mana necklace to just less her cooldown reduction. But the fact is Zayton might be a little bit of problem in front of Farsha. Farsha has like more advantage, but also at the time when Farsha is just casting out her ultimate, she can use her ultimate too, but both of the vision providers are there. Also, they do need a burst damage mage for this thing, but they just get the Zayton, so might be some strategy because of that. Also, they need to make sure that YSS get good farm and he gets this damage spike, because they do have those it's going to be hard for them because the Harit is into the golden, and Harit once farmed up. He's going to be very amazing with his damage with the Corona Dust. He has the mobility, and with Zaman Farsi, he'll get a lot of damage. And CC is a really good hero, but also she's a fighter type, so they need to make sure that the Harit doesn't get the damage spike, and especially the Farsha also, if she gets the early, she will be really amazing to the late core. And the Zayton, she can provide the version, she can't annoy them, but the fact is she doesn't have the burst damage, and they need to make sure this YSS gets farms very well and he have a good time, otherwise it's gonna be hard into the late game for the side of the team Operation Zero, because they have a lot of tanky heroes, the fighters are there, and when the Harites get farmed up, he's gonna eat up a lot of HPs from them, because the Harit, the one who is really farmed up, he can even melt down the Esmeralda, very chunky, those heroes, and yes, they need to make sure that's the thing for them.
As you said, this YSS need that early farm, and he just got that double kill into the mid lane. That was not quite fortunate pick off, and I said this show is going to have a hard time facing off this Grok plus his walls plus his, that freaking of a castle that he's just a walking castle, man. Once he just rotate his big thing, whatever he carries, he just, your whole screen shakes. Meanwhile, you can see there is the bravest fighter of them all. Will he go in? Yes, he will, and that's his turtle secure. Again, he's just quite too low. Fury of the Phoenix. Nah, I don't think so. He will be able to survive that. And yep, and he will be falling down. But you know what? He just given his team a turtle, I would say. Meanwhile, Vice is quite too low. Yep, he won't be decalling for now. We can see, as you said, the CC as into the fighting side. She needs to check that this Harit doesn't get his power spike. Meanwhile, you can see tectonic charge onto the mid lane, mountain shocker, and that's it, my guys. That's it, because that will be the trade 2 for none for the side of Team OZ, and OSL just lost 2 members again, and that will be this show. And this might. Meanwhile, you can see that I think Blue Buff has been Blue buff, I think Fredrin just got a blue buff where we can see there is the torrent form, there is the Fury. Will this Doming Kite will fall down? I don't think so for now. That was a very good defense. I would say a sidestep for that Lapu right there to the bottom lane side.
That was pretty amazing, they got the objective, but the fact is the trade won by the team Operation Zero, and they are right now into the 2k goal lead for them. They got the 5 trade already from the early, and that's what YSS needed, a damage spike early snowball, and the Lapu doing well into the EXP lane. The Lapu works pretty well, against the Sora, if the user is really good, and with the micro, he is really amazing, but we can Zayton using ultimate, and with the help of that, the Sora takes down the Lapu. He was really low onto the HP as well. The backup was pretty good, but into the top lane, we can see the Harry diving. There was a Harry really into the bad situation. The YSS and the CC just diving inside the turret, and he just gets catch up with the mountain. Shocker over there with the CC. Yo-Yo Blitz, he gets taken down, and early trades are all just went by side of the team. Operation Zero, they are taking all the trades one by one, and they're just making sure the team One Soul Legacy, they don't get easily chance to farm a well. But again, the CC diving in with a further airstrike over there. CC survives out in a really low HP, and the backup coming from the side of the team. Operation Zero, but with the damage with the fragment takes down the CC, and Grox need to use his flicker to survive off from the situation. That was kind of a reckless move, literally just diving inside the turret, dancing around, because the turret damage is very high. Also, the damage from the side of the team One Soul Legacy was there, and CC gets catch up, and she gets taken down and into the river area. Again, a turtle dance started. The bounce secures the objective. The duet by 17 gets taken down, and we can see the hide with the Zaman Force over there. The Mikoto will be getting the kill again, and look at the Chow there. Just trying to mark onto the YSS, but the backup coming from the CC. We can see the Cosmic Calls combining to the Chow, very low into that HP, falling back, but no, the CC will be getting a punishment from the Lapu Lapu, and Fredrin is not stopping. They're trying to catch up into that Zaytin, but Zaytin so low into the HP. A perfect backup coming from that Croc just helps the Zaytin to survive out.
Red team turret has been
Brilliant
destroyed.
gameplay coming from the side of team OSL, but a brilliant mind right there. YSS is trading off the objectives, neutral objectives, denying the buffs to this Fredrin. And you know what? Fredrin just don't need, I think, okay, he has bought that item. I don't think so either, but there's a Mountain Shocker just to go away, and that was unfortunate because there is the way out the track of the G-Coder combo, and there is the white shot. So in form, he will go to that side. Yep, double kill for this Sora, and there is the bravest fighter of them all. He is still there. Mega kill, Doming Kites, and he will fall back for now because Judge Push is quite too low. Will he fall down? Quite 1 HP. Yep, he will survive the day for now, guys. For now, there's a good trade into the mid lane. If they get the tower, there is Zaman Force as well as Chrono Dash just to make this turret stand up into the mid lane. No objectives for now. Meanwhile, you can see there is one turret down for the side of team OZ because they have lost their top. Okay, for them, it's going to be the bottom lane turret. If I see itemization for now, because I just saw the Cloud just building that enchanted talisman plus I just call them a clown shoes. So he's going for a support Zaytian. Meanwhile, I think YSS is going to have a huge pressure into this game, but there's a current form, unstoppable for this bravest fighter. His name is Doming Kite, as well as he's playing this hero Napu. I think it's going to be double for this Doming Kite, and yep, he's on a roll into this game. And for now, again, that was not a very fortunate death for the side of Team OZ. There is a trade-off onto the tour lane side. Beautifully played by this YSS 5-1-4, and he's solo carrying his team because this is how they are going to play around their draw, because YSS is the hyper carry in this match, and he needs to be, I would say, onto his top form just to provide the damage for his team, and I think he's doing it very wonderfully. They're just trying to get the bait out, really get the shutdown. It's a very, very close matchup into the bot lane, but yep, Lapu will survive the day for now. We can see in the top lane, there is the skirmish, there is the Fury, and yep, he will get the kill off onto that Chow, this Sora, and Chow has fallen down. That's one trade for none, and Team OZ gets the win into the team fight.
That was pretty amazing. The Chow was diving in, but the Sora's damage is really huge, and Chow needs to know that Sora has a really great amount of output as well as sustain, so he needs to be careful, and especially he needs to go for the back line for the Zaytian, and also to the Wise if he can catch up with that, his ultimate. But the fact is, the team Operation Zero, they are leading with that trade, but the objective is onto the side of the team One Soul Legacy to secure most of the titles for them. But the thing is, trade is into the Operation Zero, and there's a 1k gold difference, and that's not much. They can cover it up, and the turrets are falling down. But into the bottom lane, the Lapu is there, and he's doing pretty amazing into the team fights, rotating with the bravest fighter, marking down to back liners, especially the Force burst damage every single team fight. She's there present and just providing that burst damage in zone out. But we can see a little bit of pokes into the middle lane and team fight breaking in, and the rest team will be taking down the Farter with a double kill coming from the Yo Village over to the Chow, and the middle territories fall down, and the bounce suit takes down the Grog. He has been taken down, but again the trade has been won by the team Operation Zero as well. The mid lane first territory falls down, which is really important, which opens up a lot of jungle area for the side of the team Operation Zero. And into the top lane again, the YSS takes down first tier turret, so they just takes down the first of the structures from all the lanes, and that's pretty amazing for them. They're just focusing with that, and with the Yo Village over there, just Biscuits just takes down that Fredrin as well. The Lapulova has been taken out. The Feather Airstrike was there, but no, the damage output from the side of the Operation Zero, they takes down the two of the people, and right now the One Soul Legacy, they are outnumbered, so they should not contest for this lot. The Chom is trying to do the vision, but also he needs to be careful because the Fredrin is not present, and the Operation Zero gets this lot very easily without any contest.
Yep, exactly. And I think Team OZ has found their way into this game, and now they are playing around their draft. Meanwhile, I would like to see some itemization, because I think Team OSL they just got to play around this Fredrin, because he just needs that defense item quickly, and he has gone with the Vorax build. I don't think that might be a very good idea, but there is a Doming Tide with the Bravest Fighter there, the Fury of the Phoenix. Meanwhile, we can see there is no tectonic charge on the side of Team Grok. Not Team Grok, Team OZ's Grok. We can see in the mid lane, because he doesn't have it. Yep, he doesn't have it. I can see Dominkai just, I think his Queen Wings has been procced out. So I think there will be no Queen Wings for that later team fight, and that will be a problem for him, because there will be no, I would say, low HP class. But there's a current form. He will go. No, he just got stunned. A Princess Brat, but no, got bursted down from that YSS. He's on a roll right now, because he's just bursting enemies here and there. I can see there's the Way of the Dragon, not Way of the Dragon, but the G Condor combo onto the drop, but nobody holds there. But again, that's quite a lot of damage to that tank. That's the Chow. And yep, top lane shield is going to be used for the side of Team OSL. Only chunked down to inhibitors. What a wonderful push coming from the side of Team OZ. If we say itemization, I'm forgetting the name of this first item that this guy has made, Fredrin. Okay, I'm forgetting, but never mind. We can see there is the Tectonic Charge, Fury of the Phoenix. There is the Bravest Fighter, but not enough sustain. As I said, no passive of that war Queen Wing, so not enough sustainability for that 2 for none trade. Yes, Molten Essence, I got it. I don't think so he should go for either the Vortex and the Molten Essence, because your team is losing, man. You gotta build up for that front lining. You are built up for the front lining. Just do that front lining that your team needs, because it's very necessary. You can see in the mid lane, there is the Feather Airstrike just to clean out the mid lane, but fails to survive the mid turret, and that's the curtain call. Yo Blitz is also there. Quite a lot of damage to the Fredrin as well as the Farsa. And Satanic has got his gem again. Now, a Queen Wings for the side of Team OSL's jungler. About you.
Well, the team Operation Zero, they are in kind of a operation, a kind of a mission to win this match and proceed towards the next round, and they are doing that thing. And Vyas already has a lot of snowball to him and is performing out really well, especially the Sora into the team fights, always initiating and just being there, present, and providing the damage and sustain. And they're playing out really well with the Zayten. So also the Wise is providing the vision. And right now, the Chom is trying his best to, go and catch up to the back line. But the fact is always the Grog is there, as well the front liners are always helping them, to not get their damage delayed to the situation. But again, we can see the Lord dance from the side of the Operation Zero. And again, I guess it might be an easy lot for them. And the lot has been secured by the Zaren over there. And it's second lot for them. The structures have fallen down from the side of the Team 1 Soul Legacy, and only the 2 of the inhabitants are standing, and also the Holy Blessings are down, and the base is kind of open. So they need to make sure again with the Feather Airstrike damage coming in first to secure the kill onto the Sora, already launched the SP, the Lapulova damage. The Previous fight into the Grog, and the Grog has been taken out. The Chow trying to mark to the Zayden, but right now they're focused on the CC, but also they just need to clear out those waves also, and because their base is open, the minion waves are there. There are the super minions, and also the Lord is marching from the middle lane, so they just want to defend out this Lord so they can go for further team fights and further objective fights. Right now the YS is clearing those minion waves so it can help the minions to reach faster, and two of the members are down. But in the meanwhile, the Sora will be respawning soon as well. The minions are there. The Fredrin is trying to defend out, but also he needs to make sure that he get the proper vision so he doesn't get catch up by any of the member of the side of the team Operation Zero.
Yep, exactly. There's a Purify as well as Fury of the Phoenix, quite too low. Your Blades, and if I'm not wrong, but there is the Mountain Struggle from kill onto the main people. Again, that's a shutdown to the Domain Kite. Oh my, that's going to be trouble for Team OSL because their legacy is in danger from the side of Team Operation Zero, because their operation is to just finish this game quickly as possible, because they're looking from the bottom lane side to end this game for real, man, this time, because there is the damage from this YSS quite too low. Chow have to fall back for now. But the rest like just getting onto the people, but not enough damage to take down anyone for now, and forces Team OZ to fall back. There is a recall for the Zaytian. 2-14 for the Zaytian for now. And there is a wall just to get that turret. Inhibitors, there is a Torrent Form stun. There is the Chrono Dash as well as the Man Force stunned onto the Death Spell. And he is dead right now. Shut down to the talent. Double kill. Quite too low. Due by 1706. He is quite too low as well. Will he fall down? I think he will. And there's a Bavish Fighter. A bonk from the Operator's Wrath. But finishes off in the style. That's going to be Domain Kite this time. And also itemization. I love you, because there is the itemization. And I am quite serious to see there is a Malefic Roar onto that CC. I know it, I mean, it will still work, but I don't think so you need it because you're already taking down. But there is the Man Force and he is going to... Oh my god. Survives barely YSS. Desperate gameplay. I don't think so you need that, bro, but never mind. That was a very close call. I think you shouldn't have gone it because your team is left alone right now, because you have got your Lord dance up in just 17 seconds and you're going to spawn 10 seconds later than that. I think that's a huge loss for OSL, but you know what? That's a very good comeback I'm smelling right now into this game.
That was kind of a really reckless move, and that was a kind of crazy. Though he got the damage spike, he should be kind of into a discipline while playing a tournament. Instead of typing like that, the Lord is there, and they need to start with the Lord dance, and they need to get this opportunity and grab it so they can win again, and they can make a comeback. And it's the main damage dealer and just type in for the Fredrin only. But again, he responds in and into the river area. Both of the sides are there. They're poking in. Just a little bit of damage are coming in with the Zaytian using her ultimate attack. Charge snapping and a fight as Zaytian over secure. They can also the Lapu gets taken down. Just CC takes down the Chow. My goodness, two of the members are down, and it will be again a free Lord. The Zaman Force is there with the mobility coming in onto the Sora. Lord to the HP. He gets he survives out. The perfect, the backup coming from that Gronk. And yes, the Lord is into the hands of the team Operation Zero, and two of the members are down.
Yep, exactly. I mean, oh my god. The discipline costed you a game, I think, OSL. I think you have that. I think you got the dog in you, man. But you know what? That is amount of discipline. You could have, won this game. But you know what? Right now, Lord is marching from the mid lane side. And to defend this, they're going to need full manpower. And yep, there it is, the show and the front lining. And as far as I'm concerned, you just got to need a little bit more, I would say, physical defense, my guy Frederick. But there's a tech charge onto the far side. Fury is not present. Immortality proc. No, sorry. Immortality is with Sora. Shows down. Quite not looking good. Operation Rat onto no people. Monster kill. Domain Kite quite left alone. There is a Bravest Fighter, but the double kill followed by SS. Triple kill to the Satanic. And with this, my girls, ending in style. Team OZ haven't forgotten about their operation into this second last game of this tournament. So wonderfully played into this Legends Clash Arena Season 1. I mean, what should I say? What a disciplined gameplay coming in from the side of Team OZ. And I thought that I have heard this name before because there is a Cloud. I think he is one of not the best, but good mages that I know personally. So here it is. So what a wonderful gameplay played by a team. I think both the team slight lack in discipline. If they had a little bit more of disciplined team OSL, they have got the chance in this game. But you know what? The best team wins, and here slightly better was OZ, and they've got to win onto the second last game of the evening.
Exactly. I kind of feel there was a little spark to make a comeback, but the recklessness was there present from side of the team one cell legacy. And especially Hyde had a chance, and they could have just, waited out properly and, engaged properly with their team fights, because they also have a good potential. They also had that good composition to them. They do have those damage dealers, but the fact is they were not into that discipline, and they were just diving in, and they could have, just prioritized taking those neutral objectives that especially the Lord they could have taken. And the Chow in the front of the Grok, the pickups can work, but there's a Grok always there, and he has the damage and he has the sustain, and they do have the frontliners to protect them out, and Chow was not able to target up properly. Instead of a Grok, they could have gone out with something different, kind of a tank, which can sustain, which can provide that proper set, especially the Gato was there. Even the Hylisk was still open, they could have gone with that, so they could have more like one who can sustain out, who can start a team fight. I mean, Chow can do that, but he goes specially for the one-man target, but not the whole thing, a crowd control or something, a dive charging was needed, and they did not have that. Hyde could have done more better, but the fact is he got the damage spike, but there he needs something to give that set to, just being a soak up damage. The Fredin was doing pretty fine, but also he was getting melted out, and that was a problem. And especially, they could have got a little bit of more chance into the late game. The early was into the hands of the team Operation Zero, and they literally did pretty well by taking the advantage, because they do know into the early they have a chance, but if the games goes to the late, it might cause them a problem. But they just did it. They had that snowball, and the Vice was playing out pretty well. They have the really good zone out and everything into the point, and they were kind of more disciplined. So yeah, that was pretty amazing, and they just win out this match.
Yep, exactly. Beautifully laid it out, Mr. Lucia. But you know what? This is the time for a short break, guys. Before we go on to the short break, please like, share, subscribe the stream. And if you just, look down a little bit down when you are watching the stream, there's a description panel. Just follow us onto this on all social media panels. And don't forget, to be updated on this tournament, because we are going to bring a lot more exciting tournaments to you guys as well. So for the last game, we will be taking a short break. We'll be back in just 2-3 minutes. Until then, a short break, please.
Spring breathes new life into the land. While autumn nurtures our kindred spirits. shelters every living thing. The abundance of autumn nurtures our bonds. Let life be beautiful, like eternal spring. Let friendship be bountiful as autumn's harvest.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring. Let the light of spring illuminate our path.
May all be blessed with a golden harvest. Fallen leaves on golden winds sing of autumn's arrival.
Though winter falls, we yearn for spring stirring, Florian and I.
Together, we'll brave winter's embrace.
By spring's light.
In the name of autumn.
Hidden blossoms.
Fruits of our labor.
spring breathes new life into the land. While autumn nurtures our kindred spirits. The tenderness of spring shelters every living thing. The abundance of autumn nurtures our bonds. Let life be beautiful, like eternal spring. Let friendship be bountiful as autumn's harvest.
This arrow shatters silence and heralds the spring.
Hello, guys. Again, we are back. But you know what? This time, this is going to be an exciting game because I just had some nostalgia in my mind. Because as you can see into your screens, there is going to be Team Rocket YKZ. And with the Team Rocket, I think this is a very, very good nostalgia in my mind. But they're going to be facing Team Tome of Evil onto the right side. That's going to be red and blue, obviously Team Rocket. And my name is Solsky. I will be your caster for this last game of tonight. And joined by my side is going to be Miss Telesia again. Again, Telesia, you are with me for the third game right now, like regularly, consecutively third game. So are you feeling energetic for this game as well?
Of course, I'm kind of energetic for this game because this is the last match of tonight and teams are also pretty good, amazing, and we will be casting out. So we're just gonna put out the whole energy for this match.
Yep, exactly. And as you heard, I think you have got pretty much good, quite a lot of fans, and into the chat. So, into the chat. I mean, I'm also seeing you guys. I'm Solsky. I will be with you guys in the chat as well. So don't consider that nobody's watching us because I'm watching you. So we will be watching this match together because this is going to be some exciting match because you can see the bans: YZ, Valentina, and Zushin. Either they ban the Sora or they don't. Because if they not ban the Sora, they will get the Sora. And if they don't ban any other thing, so they will be getting some meta picks. So I think Minotaur and maybe something. Okay, so I think there might be a Mino ban, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So there is going to be the first. Okay, never mind. That's the first pick to the Mino, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So yes, the first pick Mino, and that's going to be CC and CC and a Lunox to answer to that Mino call. Okay, that's quite interesting to be said.
CC and Lunox, that's kind of annoying for him because CC with her damage potential, she is really good against the tanky heroes, and we should not forget how much she can be annoying. She was into that meta, but still she is there, but she's not been played out that much recently, but still she's there, and she's gonna be kind of a threat for them. And there is a Thomas into the EXU he's gonna be with the damage build, and it kind of pains a lot because Thomas with the damage build, it's really annoying. He's like there sustaining out, he doesn't die, he has the damage, and your HP is getting lowered down again and again. But there's the Lunox to take care of that. But with that, we can see a veteran pick coming from the side of the team Tom of Evil. They do have a sustainer. And last match there was a Fredrin, but he was not able to do that much. But I guess this match we're gonna see something with this Fredrin. And with that, there is a Lilia, which is really good against those tanky heroes, but right now it's only a Freight Train, and if the team Tom of Evil, they go with some kind of a tanky frontliner, so she could like work out well, but also Lilia is pretty amazing with the poke damage into the early, so she will be doing that stuff, being annoying into the team fights. So let's see what's gonna be the next ban, and it's Sora with the carry. That's pretty amazing. A wise choice by the side of the team Tom of Evil because they already have a frontliner, so they don't want this troublesome lady over there to just melt him down like a chocolate, because once the carry gets the damage spike, she's there, and early also she has the damage spike, but as the game goes late, she's gonna give more trouble, and she just melts him like very easily, just as the sun melts down the ice cream into the summer. And with that, a YSS ban will be coming up, and the last ban from the side of the Team Rocket, what will be, it can be a gold laner, might be, or they can go with some roam or EXP ban.
Yep, exactly. And that's a YSS ban right there. And as you said, there might be some EXP ban. So either CC will go to CC is a kind of flex. So when you have a flex pick in early phase of the drafts, you can confuse out your opponents like into the previous match as YSS gold. So I think, as you said, Lilia, there's only one tanky jungler. It's good for the poke, but I think she needs a constant stun or maybe an instant stun just to land out those bombs. So you have the Minnow and Fury. I think there it is, but it's not an instant stun. So you gotta wait out for the third part of the ultimate where he just knock up the enemies. So I think for Lilia as an EXP or maybe as an EXP, because they have gone for the Thamos as their EXP, which is quite interesting because he can face off against that CC with his passive, but you know what? He is quite weak against the Blue Nox. So it's a counter pick to counter pick. Okay, that's a very good mobility age for the side of Team Tome of Evil, and it's quite being sometimes to see that lady, and her name is Matilda, onto the meta drafting, if I'm not wrong, if I'm just pointing it right. But now the Kaja ban, so they don't want to give with pickoffs to anyone, and they banned the Kaja, so they went in for the mobility instead of picking off. So a support with the Fredrin, coupling up with the Fredrin, I think that's going to be a huge buff for that. And I think in jungling, either they need a constant stun jungler. I don't think so. There's many, but maybe they could go for a Guinevere, because I think Guinevere might be a very good choice because she can actually use a spatial migration as well as wild requiem just to knock off people for 3 seconds. So, okay, they went instead for these Xborg and a Ruby. Okay, that's a very good choice into the gold lane. And that's going to be CC Lunox, and the gold laner is left. Either CC will go into the gold lane, and for that EXP lane, they might pick something else. Maybe, okay, gotta ask Celestia this time what she thinks, what is going to be the last pick for the side of Team Tome of Evil.
Already, they have the roamer, they have the jungler, everything. So I'm kind of thinking out they might go with a gold laner for the last pick, or also they can send the CC to the goal lane, so it's pretty amazing. But I guess they might go with some goal or a fighter, but I'm kind of expecting a fighter only from their side because they already have the CC, and which is really amazing, so they can go with something into the EXP, but they're taking their time, so it's like a 50-50. But moreover, yes, it's gonna be a Leomord into the jungle and CC into the gold, and the Fredrin will be into the EXP.
Okay. I think we are seeing a different kinds of drafts come from the Indian teams, and I'm loving it because right away before coming to this casting, I just, I hate to say it, but I just lost to a freaking Fredrin EXP with a support, but the support was Angela. So I know it just pains my heart that how can I lose to a Fredrin EXP, but I gotta acknowledge it because this is something that can work with the supports, and especially the Vorex thing that I was seeing in the previous game. I think in this game that might work, but I still prefer to go with if you're not going with the Vorex, let's go with the Molten Essence. And even I don't think that Fredrin might need a Molten Essence because he just needs more HP just to get, proc out his HP. Sorry, not HP, but passive. So, you know what I'm saying? So basically, I think might not go for the Vorex. Maybe I'm just being a little too biased. I don't know. Or maybe I just gotta try that Vorex Fredrin. But meanwhile, let's just finish. Team Tome of Evil is looking pretty stacked, and straight away we will be entering into this Land of Dawn and today's Team Rocket will be onto the blue side, Tom of Evil onto the red side, and this match is just starting out. We can see both the junglers starting off with the blue buffs. Meanwhile, I just got to ask is lined up into that description box. And right now, coming back to the game, so far we are not seeing any of these skirmishes going not anywhere of this map. So that I'll just go to my co-caster Celestia. Where do you think that there might be a possibility to get a first blood?
There might be a chances, but the fact is, both of the junglers are kind of a utility, so they might, they are the fighter type, so they need the time to farm up well. They need to get that itemization, and they also need that to get a level 4, so they can go for more ganks and fights. But right now, considering it's kind of very peaceful for both of the sides, but only a little bit of pokes coming in, a little bit from there. But the Riza gets the first blood onto that Tamus, and he gets taken down. That's pretty amazing. For an early start with the first blood to the Hyper, and he has the damage output, and he's doing well. And with that saying, the objective gonna sponsor into river area. The last insanity pops in, and Buragarmer has been down, so he needs to back up and low into the HP. The Lunox types in and takes him down. Fredrin with the bonk over there to that thing, and just lower their HP. And two of the members are down, and they're just not wasting any time, any second. And they start with the Tuttle Dance, and the zone out is coming pretty well. And they're providing the vision, and the Leomod will be securing this first turtle, and a little bit of pressure into the Tamus. They got the only first blood, and he needs to make sure he doesn't get taken out. And here we go again. The Riza is taking those creeps from there, having more advantage, and he's getting the early thing. And the team Rocket, they need to make sure there's no more invades coming up, or the objective loss. But again, a team fight into the middle lane. Oh my goodness, the Radhi will be securing the kill onto the Shar, and he gets taken down. But Matilda over there with the Snuggling Eagle, and Saints take down the Ruby. And the last Insanity coming out from the Expert, trying to mark to the Matilda, but Matilda low onto the HP survives out over there, and she'll be back. But right now, Lunox in the best situation, but the backup coming in again. She's back up, but the CC will be taking down the Expert, and he has been taken out again, kind of low into the HP. The Matilda, the Parshu will be taken down, and the Unseen has been sent out over there, and he gets taken out.
Yep, exactly. That was a very beautiful curtain call back up from the top lane side, and Lunox finishes in the with a double kill into this early game phase. And look at that, that's 2 for 6 scoreline. And approximately, if we calculate it, that's 95% teamfight participation coming up from the Lunox into this total of 6 kills other side of Team Tome of Evil. So that's commendable into the starting phase as well. You should not go for, I would say, early brawl against that Leo mode, because you know how Leo mode players are, and that's going to be the War X for 2 people, and that's Fredrin with the War X. And I would like to see some itemization from both the sides as well, because War X has been built by Team Rocket YKZ's Radhe Vaya, because there is Radhe. And also there is a turtle secure, and there is a quite too low that Fredrin, he has to flicker out just to get away from there. Leo not into the position. I don't know why he went there solo, but you know what? That's it. But look at the position of the Lunox, just trying to get away that blue buff. There is the guiding veins, and there is the circling eagle as well. Mega kill for the Lunox, just melted down this Minotaur. I think they just need to chill out right now, because I think Mino's getting a power spike after he just gets 2 items. That's the support items as well as he needs some defense. But there's the last thing. Okay, never mind. That was a very close call. But the Gabriel means Leomord will secure the turtle. There's the I'm appended. But CC will survive the day for now. But I don't think so. This Xbox will survive the day. And Subaru will fall down. And that's going to be 1 for 0 trade. And Minotaur quite too low. I think I would say 2, because Minotaur gets taken down too early into the team fights.
Exactly. And we can see the circling eagle from the Matilda knocking out the Minotaur. He gets taken down inside his own turret. He doesn't have any backup, especially his damage dealer was not present to give that support, and he gets taken out. And that's the thing about a Minotaur. If you're playing a Minotaur, you need to have a really good synergy with your mage, especially the one. I'm offended onto the point, taking down 2 of the members inside. But again, a backup coming from there. The Leoma dies in with the She, securing the kill into the Ruby. And right now, the Lilia needs to back up and just take down the first this tier turret as well. We can see the Percy is kind of doing a split push to the EXP lane right now, taking the advantage. He needs to push down the turrets and is prioritizing that fact. But the team of evil, they are being really evil to the team Rocket. They are right now taking down the creeps of the jungle area from the side of the team Rocket, and especially the buff of that expert. And also they are prioritizing to take those objectives, and they're getting the structures and the early lead for them. It's pretty amazing, you know, they're winning the trade, they're getting the objectives. And the fun fact, the Leomid is having a really good time with the Fredrix standing out, and the Matilda being a really good support for them. And the Minotaur, he needs to be careful, and the Minotaur over the landing up. Teamfight again, breaking low onto the HP. The Fredrix needs to back off right now. Damage coming from the Subaru takes down the CC, and we can see a lot of damage into the middle lane, and lots of people are getting knocked out, and they need to.
Yep, exactly. And right now the tough boots for the Subaru. And I think Team Rocket, they just need to play for the power spike of the draft. Just look at that Mino. He just got his first item. And I think, okay, I just need your help. What does it call that first item? I am not quite able to recall right that. I think it's the that item. Flask of Oasis. Yes, my bad, yeah. So there's a Flask of Oasis. He needs some defense, but there is the Gabriel Phantom Stage monster kill for that Lunox. And there is a free kill for that Matilda as well with her guiding winds. And there is going to be as well a guiding wind just to support his team. And for now, he will survive the day with this Inferno. And that's going to be Terrace that will survive the day for now. And look at the top lane, they just got the not inhibitors, but the tier 1 turret. Radek too low, cutting call, your blitz quite too low, will he fall down? A help coming in from this Chadman, that's going to be the Fred Train. And he just, gotten away. But that's a very good support from Teresa. Shut down to that Lunox, quite too much in. Not able to use that light ultimate onto the time offender chain CC. And a very good, I would say, trade-off into the bottom lane tier 1. For now, if you see, there is, okay, look at CC, that's quite sneak in. She just went away with that Hunter Strike, did not even bother to build any brute force or even the Oracle into the early gaming phase, because they know that they are into the gold winning, they're winning in terms of gold, 5k ahead. So why not just go for the damage and just, make more annoyance and make this lead even more bigger.
Exactly, and right now the team of evil, they are doing that. One, the structure has been fallen down from the side of that middle lane, the most important one, and they got the more opening for the jungle area, and they are doing that. Matilda being a really good, providing a vision, providing a support, a pokes to the opponent. She's doing her job pretty well. And also they have the Minotaur, but the fact is Minotaur is not able to land his ultimate properly. There's always a damage spike from side of the team of evil, because they are into the early game. They just did their thing. They just not let the team Rocket get that advantage, not let them farm properly, and they don't got any objectives. But again, a team fight breaking in inside those turrets, very low onto the HP. The she just melts down the Minotaur, and the Leomut will be diving in with his ultimate over there, low into the HP. The Radhi survives, but no, it will be a double kill onto the expert. The turret gets destroyed as well. The killing spree coming from the Reza to the Ruby, and double kill to the Reza onto the Lilia. And meanwhile, look at that Thamos. Bro is really focused to just take down those turrets, and he's really focused with a split push right now. He's not in a team fight, he's just trying his best. He can just push out to the base. But again, the Lord is there, and it will be a free Lord for the side of the team Tom of Evil, and they got the first Lord for themselves. Structures have fallen down from the side of the team Rocket, and with the Lord will be marching in from the top or the middle lane, and the structure will be falling down more. And the Tom of Evil, they already have a lot of advantage. They have the goal lead, they have the damage spike, and they just need a perfect set for there, and they can easily take them down. Especially Minotaur, he needs to land his minion fury into the team fight very properly, especially to the backliners, but he's not able to do that. And also the synergy is a little bit of lagging somewhere, and the Minotaur needs that team support. And the Lord is there from the top lane marching in, and the team Tom of Evil, they're just trying to take down the tier turret of the bottom lane too, so they can have more advantage. And this time the team Rockets need to defend out, so they can do it because there's a first Lord, so it won't be that hard. But also they will be losing some of the structures for that, because the structures are there and they need to defend out. At the meanwhile time, the Tom of Evil will be taking the mid and the bottom lane.
Yep, exactly. I could say that's a very good discipline, but there is one guy into the between of people. That's going to be the Inferno guy. I think with the Inferno, he will be going down. That's going to be Thamus. And that was a very good disciplined push coming in from the side of Team Tome of Evil, because they know that this Thamus is going to be a nuisance into their nose. So that's why just eliminate him. But meanwhile, we can see Subari quite too low, but he will have his Faraga armor for now. And if this game goes a little longer, I think there might be trouble for the title team Tome of Evil. There is the Phantom Steed, Gabriel onto that lasting insanity, quite too in, but nobody holds into that lasting insanity because with the help of guiding winds, he will be into the safer distance. Meanwhile, you can see Appraiser's Rat just onto the bonk onto that Rodhe. And there is the killing spree for the Blue Nogs, but shut down. The Black Shoes will survive the day for this Lilia. And there is the Inferno plus the Vengeance combo just to make this survive. But no! He's just too much inside, but a wonderful guiding Venge just to disengage. That was, very clutch gameplay coming in from the side of team for the side of the team Tome of Evil's Matilda. And for now, look at Fredrin's HP. Without recalling, he just almost 75% of HP. That's wonderful. If you have support, it just helps you very much with the healing factor. And now the game goes a little longer. Look at CC's itemization. That's War X plus Rapid Boot, not even Dove Boot. She doesn't fear any slows coming in her way. Plus Sea Halberd and a Hunter Strike. That's quite ballsy if you ask me. And a War X plus 2 of his core items, that's of the spread in the Brute Force and the Oracle. I think if you go for even the Chastise, I think you don't need any Chastise for this match. I think you can go for Guardian Helmet, but look at the Lunox. She is quite too powerful because she has got the most magic power item. That's going to be the Holy Gem. And coupling it with Divine Glaive as well as this Anti-Heal, she's going to be nervous. But look, I think there's not enough magical defense for this Lunox. I think Ruby has gone for the wings as well as Dom Ice, not even going a single magic defense. She's quite too relying onto that sustainability of her own. But against the Lunox, I think that might be quite difficult if you ask me.
And with that saying, we can see they just take down the second Lord 2, and already the tier turrets have been taken out, and only 2 of the inhibited are standing, and also the holy blessings are down, and the Lord is marching from the top lane. The base is kind of a negative over from their side, and the team Rocket, they need to defend out, but I don't know how they're gonna do, and this is the question whether they will be able to or not, because Tome of Evil, they will be just strategizing some evil plans to just execute this team fight and win this match. Again, they are there with the poke damage, and the Matilda will be diving with the Nova coming in, and the Unseen get picked up with the I'm offended, but meanwhile the Trites get destroyed, and the Lord is there, and the She will be taking down the Minotaur. The Minotaur has melted out, the Light Order has been popped in for the Lunox to survive out. The Lord is there, the damage spike coming in really low onto the HP. The Leo must need to little back off right now. The Riza spamming those cute emote over there, and again the Millennium, the inhibited falls down, really low into the HP. The burst damage when a Luffy takes down, and so the Subaru takes down the Unseen, really low onto the HP. Oh my goodness, look at that. She also gets taken out, well defended out. Only 2 of the members from the side of the team Tome of Evil, and they need to back off right now. Well defended out by the team Rocket, but also they lost their all of the inhibited, and the base is wide open, so it's gonna be really hard for them if the team Tome of Evil secures another lot, and that will be pretty strong, and the base is wide open, so it will be more harder for them to defend out. So they need to make sure that team Tome of Evil makes some kind of a mistake so they can get some trade and get some recovery and some itemization, so also they can get the damage spike and also have time to just prioritize the structures and get some more advantage, because it's a super minion waves and it will be more harder, and they will more speed up. So they need to do something for this match, because they need to make sure the base is safe. Also they need to make sure they got some advantage.
Exactly. And also I think Team Rocket, basically they are just feeling their power spike right now into this late of the game. Because look at the itemization. As now they have gotten everything, but there is as well as the but the favor into the roaming for that Minotaur. So I think they are just waiting for that power spike one more time, because I think there is the Inferno just chunking down to that Lunox, quite too low, but there is the passive of the Flask of Voices that will save the day. But there is on the top lane 2 people, Minotaur quite too low, Revitalize onto the top lane. And the Phantom Sea quite I would say he has bought his team a lot of time because he just wasting the team Rocket's time into the top lane as this Leo mod. I think he might go inside again because his ultimate cooldown is quite too low. But there is the backup Curtain Call. There is going to be Yo-Yo Blitz as well, a Steed. And the Steed is there. That's going to be godlike for that Leo mod, and he is on a roll right now. Meanwhile, you can see there is Subaru blasting Insanity, and he is looking for that Leo mod. Leo mod quite to know what he is doing. No guiding winds to support him, and they will fall down just like that. Lord is up, and they are trying to force in. I don't think so. This is going to be a good idea for Cyber Team. Dome of Evil, quite desperation, I would say. And there is Clovin. He will be surviving the day for now, but Leo mod, I don't know what he was doing right there, but he will fall down, and I think this might be the opening team Rocket is looking for.
Exactly, a little bit of recklessness is there. He dives into tape and he gets taken out, and that Subaru was trying best with the last Insanity to mark down, and right now a little bit of attention into River area. Last Insanity pops in as well, the Immortality, and Subaru needs to back up, but the damage coming from the She takes down the Expert, and he's not present at the moment, and that Fredrin diving to the backliner to the Ruby over there, and as well we can see the Matilda with a good support over there, and the Yo-Yo Blaze there melting down those HPs right now of the Radhe, and that's the thing. The C dives in with a double kill into the Minotaur. He gets taken out. Only the two of the members, the Lilia and the Thomas, is there to protect their base, and the minions waves are there as well. The Leomot will be coming up at look at to the middle lane, and only two of the members with the guiding with over there. We can see onto the Parsley low onto the FP, and he's trying his best to sustain out using his ultimate, but the Risa gets the shutdown onto the Thomas. Lilia using her ultimate, but right now she's also in a really bad position, low into the HP, going to the base, but into the base crystal right now. They are pushing up, and with the last hit into that, the base crystal breaks out, and the team Tom of Evil secures the victory, and they will be proceeding towards the next round.
Yep, and what a game it was. For a minute I thought the team Tom of Evil has threw a little bit of this match, but you know what? They just bounced it back. So there was a little window of opportunity, but you know what? Team Tom of Evil really played it out in this game. So this was the last game, guys, but don't go anywhere. We will be having a small giveaway of these 200 diamonds for 4 people. That's basically 50 diamonds for each people. So we will be joined by one of the, I would say, not one of the, but we will be, spinning the wheel. You will be giving us the names, and we will spin the wheels, and whoever wins that wheel will get the 15 diamonds in their account. And I think it will be happening every day. So you should just join this team and, make, I would say, reminder for you guys. That's why I told you to subscribe. No, because if you subscribe and hit the bell icon, you will get the notification. And if you get the notification, you will be I would say, a potential winner for this giveaway, because you just need to give your names and they will just spin the wheels. So it can be anyone, even you and me, I think, Celestia. I'm just so unlucky in this sorts of games, but you know what? Let me just try my luck one more time into this, spinning of wheels.
You can try it out. I mean, I don't know why, but somehow I have been lucky in this month. So, yeah, I'm just being happy whatever I got. So, let others try.
I mean, can you share me some luck, man? I mean, I really want that luck.
I mean, I have never won a giveaway, but this month somehow I became lucky. So I'm kind of winning some, and somewhere I'm losing, but still I'm winning something. So I'm being really happy. For the first time I won something, I was like, hey, how? I was kind of shocked, to be honest, when I won.
I mean, that's going to be a very wonderful feeling, man. I hope I also get to, experience that, because I haven't been able to, because, I mean, I don't know why. I'm just, very unlucky. But you know what? You guys cannot be unlucky, because if I'm unlucky once, there has to be got some lucky ones, because one is Celestia and one can be one of you guys. And I'm seeing that in the chat, there is a lot of people have joined us. Shout out to all the people. There is, okay, that's quite a good name. AWI, I don't know how to pronounce it. But there is Herschel as well. And there is Poseidon Gaming. Oh my god, that's a god of gaming as well, because Poseidon's god. What's a boy? I think you guys can join us for the giveaway as well. In a short while, we will be spinning the wheels. Until then, gotta ask, I mean, Celestia, if you win these diamonds, what will you buy for yourself?
I mean, I guess I will let others win, because I already won, so I'm already happy with that. And
okay, do one thing.
Not for me.
If you win, just give your diamonds to me, okay? I will be very happy with that.
Okay, I will try to give my luck to you for this time.
All right. Thank you for that. So we will be beginning that spin off wheels very shortly. I think before we move on to the spinning of wheels, if so many people have joined us, I'm seeing there's a little increase in the watching right now. So I think let's just take a short break. Until then, don't go anywhere. And there will be a giveaway real soon. I don't think so. We need a break. Let me just have some updates from the from the management. So until then, I think you should take a short break, I guess.
Of our labor. La la
Spring breathes new life into the land. While autumn nurtures our kindred spirits.
Let's go.
All right, we are back with the spin of wheel. There are too many names. And let me just explain you guys the rules. So basically, what we are doing, we are going to spin until the last four names are left, and those last four is going to win 50-50 diamonds each. So basically, it's going to be elimination kind of thing. So whoever comes first, I think it's going to be unlucky day for you because you haven't been picked up. So to make it fair, that's going to be elimination kind of thing, and everybody can see their name. And now we are going to start the spin. So please, Ace, do the honors.
पलाश समंदर भाई, ये नाम ये एक भी वर्ड ऐड कर दे, पलाश समंदर लास्ट में।
I think, bro, you're very unlucky, man. You just went out.
पलाश पलाश करके ऐड कर देना सिर्फ।
Here's one more spin to the unlucky ones. I'm having a feeling that okay, that's going to be Aoi.
भी भाई मेंबर में जस्ट ज्वाइन हुआ वो चला भी गया।
I'm sorry, brother, but you have been eliminated. So please let me. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna. Let me be one of the casters. I know where you are going with it, my guy. Artemisa, unlucky. You are eliminated. You can do height choice as well, right? For that removing.
अरे एक दूसरा स्पिन वाला आता है उसमें ऑटोमेटिक ऑप्शन आ ही जाता है।
Yeah, this is also has the option height choice wala. You say there is height choice thing also.
Yes. Let's see who's gonna be the next one.
Oh, we cancel this member.
That's gonna be the Skyler. Sorry, Vitala. Try next time.
भाई वही कर दो ना, इसमें तो आई थिंक टाइम लगेगा तुम्हें ही सबसे ज्यादा। उस स्पिन व्हील का नाम नहीं पता मुझे।
It's basically a spin of wheels only. That blue one, right? Where there is a lot of.
Wow.
Yes,
Somebody wrote my name. Somebody wrote my name. I didn't even put. I was like,
Never mind, guys. I think it's over. I guess.
व्हील ऑफ नेम्स आता है उसमें आता है।
That's going to be Tarun. Oh my god. Sad man. Tarun boy. So we are going to I mean, can I just see who's the next game? Okay, that's going to be
एक नाम और ऐड कर देना इनका पलाश का कब से इधर है।
And now there it is, the another spin.
स्ट्रीमर सुन ही रही है भाई, स्ट्रीमर सुन ही नहीं रहा।
it's gonna be Senji. Okay. And it's gonna be Kazuha.
टाइप करके बोल दो, चलेगा कलेक्ट कर देंगे इसको। कीड़ी
Can spin the wheel and let's see who's gonna be another person who's gonna get out from here. It's gonna be Issei.
खुद का ही नाम लिख दिया भाई इसने।
Okay, here we go again with another round. Okay, it's gonna be a Drago. Better luck next time. It's gonna be Sasuke. I hope you, Sasuke, doesn't slaughter a whole clan. You just get out. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be Nizir 611. Better luck next time.
भाई ऐसे नॉर्मली मत करो, मतलब जो विनर आता है ना उसमें एक ऑप्शन आता है हाइड चॉइस, उधर से भी कर सकते हो। अभी स्पिन करोगे ना आएगा एक ऑप्शन हाइड चॉइस, जल्दी होगा।
What do I know? Divine Gaming. Better luck next time and spin the wheel. It's gonna be a UUU1933. It's Moband as out. Better luck next time.
Sunny Mutmare.
It's gonna be Herschel0905. He's out. Better luck next time. Can spin the wheel.
सन्नी आ गया क्या इधर?
It's gonna be Belial119. Joy Trivedi has been out. Better luck next time. It's gonna be Sana. Okay, UU1933 out. Now the numbers are going slow down, so let's see who's gonna be the 4 lucky winners. Song Jinwoo has been out. Better luck next time. Okay, Died Blow X. Better luck next time. So for it's Eat. Okay, Water Boy. It's been out, and right now only 7 people. Out of this, 4 will be the lucky ones. And Yumina, better luck next time. Okay, Mod Hook is out. Okay, it's gonna be the 4 like this. It's Hydrach. You have been out. And these are the 4 lucky winners tonight.
Did I win? Oh, well, let's go.
It's so
है क्या इधर? कोल्पू है इधर?
Poseidon Gaming. Congratulations to 4 of the people. You guys won the giveaway.
Let's go, man.
कोल्पू है क्या इधर?
I think Kolpu is in the chat, by the way. Kolpu.
भाई सब अपनी आईडी शेयर कर दो मुझे.
Sonic, are you guys in the chat? There's a respin of active players. Kolpu guys.
The winners, if you guys are in the chat, please do drop your IDs.
चैट में प्रेजेंट लिख दो भाई सब. जो भी है चैट में प्रेजेंट लिख दो.
And if you do your present, and actually.
सोमिक भी नहीं है क्या इधर? सोमिक भी नहीं है. चलो भाई, लास्ट कौन था? चौथे से मतलब आगे किसी को याद है? पांचवा कौन था?
You can do that, no? Wait, let me just check. The fifth one was Hyd. No, it's not. Yeah, Hydra J.
हाइड्रा इधर है भाई, चलो भाई। फिफ्थ विनर इज हाइड्रा, फोर्थ विनर इज
All right.
Solsky, Somi, Poseidon Gaming in Hydra.
Yes. All right. Congratulations to all the winners. And I think this was it for guys, right?
Done.
All right. So congratulations to all the winners. It was very, very, very good matches today we have seen. But it was top 32, and now we'll be seeing top 16. So we will be back with the more actions. Till then, please take care of yourself, because why you should take care of yourself? Because you all are a very beautiful soul. My name is Solsky, along with Miss Lady Celestia. We'll take our leave for tonight. See you guys tomorrow. Until then, take care.